Hello, hello, hello! What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see ya, good to see ya, good to see ya! What is up? Autumn Shake, Just Tin Cans, Shiverbane, Pedro Headshot Werberg, Discount Goats, McIntyre, alias Babylon! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Actually, resubscriber. Oh no. Are you trying to get Smash Mouth in my head, alias Babylon? What's up, Chris? Nita Chick, good to see you. Piggy Star, Riskiest Biscuit. How are you? How are you? Dragon Wrath for the 21st month. Welcome you to the Fishbowl as well. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So how is everyone tonight? I am hyped. We are going to play Modern tonight. Next week, we will start the onslaught of Standard with Throne of Eldraine releasing. Actually, let's see. So Monday, we should have a stream again. I believe we're back unless something unexpected, yeah, not bad, thanks. Come on now. No smash mouthing. That's the one rule we have in the stream. Autumn Shake for the 34th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for you as well. Hey, what's up, Lord Roadrunner? Glad to have you finally in the stream. Gamer Geek, welcome you as well for the 9th month. First up, thank you so much. Oh, speaking of Panharmonicon, before we do our reminders, talk about what's coming up. Chris, so many subs today. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome you back for the 2-year resub. 24 months. Big scoops here for you. Hey, now I'm all starting. Yes, I know. So, before we talk about anything else and start playing Magic, I gotta say, Wizards, I'm very disappointed in you. Wizards, they've been pretty good to me lately. We got a Yarok, a nice Panharmonicon replacement. It was pretty sweet. They gave us, oh no, I want to say Elenda, but what's the death trigger doubler in Standard? It's not Elenda. It is the other one. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but you know what I mean. But basically, Wizards gave me a ton of fun cards. Thank you so much, Yawgmoth. Tisa, yes, they gave me a ton of cards that I really liked and seemed really fun. And then Wizards, of course, on the very end of spoiler season, just when it looked like it was safe, Wizards had to print Hushbringer, which just shuts down every fun thing that I want to do. Hushbringer, the cards are really good. Like, I know, yes, technically we already have, like, Tekali Honor Guard, but this is better. It's flying, it's got lifelink, it's an improvement over Tekali Honor Guard. It shuts down death triggers as well. So, Wizards, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. I just want to play Yaroks and Risen Reefs. Leave me alone, Wizards. Stop printing these hate cards. I've just said awesome for the 15th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. It's exactly an anti-me card, so I'm a little bit sad. The set's looking really sweet, but not happy about Hushbringer. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our 15th month resub. So yeah, we basically have the whole set now. So I think this set looks absolutely insane. I think this set's going to be a blast to play. It's going to be good at Commander. It's going to be good at Standard. I'm disappointed about Hushbringer. The lands are good. It's going to be awesome. So I am very hyped for Standard and Modern. We got some sweet Modern decks we're going to have to try. For Modern, I'm especially excited. Charming Prince. I know everyone's about Emery. Emery's going to be good in Modern. I'm excited to try the red cards. Ironcrag Fleet, Fires of Invention are high on my build around Modern list. So we're going to be playing Modern. We're going to be playing in Standard. It is almost time. I don't know if many of the new fairies are actually good for Modern fairies. Instant Speed Tormenting Voice is good. That's definitely good. Just $3 a week could save Zephyr Island from being hated by Wizards. I don't know if anything could save me from that. Oh, Wizards, leave my Panharmonicons alone. Fae of Wishes is good. That is true. The art is very good. So anyway, our plan moving forward. Tonight, we are playing Modern. We are playing Yawgmoth, which I still think is a busted card. The format's a little fair now. I think it might be time. It might finally be time for Yawgmoth to show how powerful it really is in Modern. I think we're almost there. And this deck, it reminds me a little bit of Nick Fit in Legacy, and I love Legacy Nick Fit, and that's kind of caught my eye. You're kind of like ramping into big like Thragtusks and Acidic Slimes and courting them out, so I think this deck's going to be fun. What's up, Evercool? How are you? McBurger King MTG for the 4th month. You're not going to be okay, Seth. No one plays white anyway. That's true. Maybe I will dodge it. Welcome back to the Fishbowl, by the way. Big scoops here for you. So, yeah, we're playing Modern tonight. Then Monday, we'll probably play Modern again. The afternoon stream should be returning since spoiler spoiler season's over. Tuesday, special preview stream for Throne of Eldraine, the early release thing for streamers. So we will be playing all new constructed decks. And then Thursday, we might do a little bit of pre-release action to get ready for pre-release next weekend. So lots of standard in Throne of Eldraine starting next week. Did you see Happily Ever After? Oh man, we didn't talk about that. I am really excited for that card. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but we always do a special Against the Odds episode when a new set comes out, and I'm like 99% sure Happily Ever After is going to be the card that we play. Happily Ever After, I actually don't think it's going to be that hard to achieve. Like, it sounds hard. It sounds like a lot of work having a creature of each color. That's actually not as hard as it looks. 6 different permanent types on the battlefield or graveyard. Life total, at least your starting life total. I actually think we can achieve that pretty easily. I think it is doable. And we are going to be trying it, I'm sure, very soon for Against Odds. Nib Mizzet's a good one. I think the best way is Plane-Wide Celebration, which sneakily makes tokens that are any color and gains you life and gets back permanents from the graveyard. And plus, 6 permanents isn't that bad, because Happily Ever After is an enchantment. You're going to have a land if you're casting stuff, so you're already like a third of the way there. And then you just like cast an op, cast a sorcery, something, maybe a creature. You could get there really easily. So I actually think we're going to be Happily Ever Aftering people. I think it's easier and better than Coalition Victory. Coalition Victory is a lot of mana, and it doesn't do anything until you're winning the game. Worst case, you run it out, gain 5 life, draw a card. Not the end of the world. Can you submit a standard 2020 deck? You can, definitely. I would love to. Also, yeah, keep submitting decks because the first fish tank is going to be going up tomorrow, I believe, showing off cool user decks. So, Prismatic Panic, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 10th month in a row. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, this deck does look fun, and Throne of Eldraine looks incredibly fun. So let's do our reminders, talk about this deck. So reminder-wise, we already talked about what's coming up with the stream. Basically, after Monday, we will be shifting into Throne of Eldraine / Standard / maybe a little bit of Brawl in Historic. Do you want to see Brawl in Historic? What is your hype level for that? Like, do you want Brawl in Historic content once it releases in another week? That's something I'm curious about. But Replay YouTube, that's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, if you missed it, we took the toughest challenge out Against the Odds, World Purging with Barry Glory. So that's up on the YouTube, went up yesterday. There's some single scoop and Fish 5.0 going up. Commander Clash Season 7 with a new cast member starts tomorrow night. Keep an eye out for that. Mucha Brew, I don't even know if I should tell you what we're playing for Mucha Brew this week. We didn't have deck techs, so it is a modern deck. It's a modern tribal deck. It's one that we probably should have already played, but we haven't played, but I think you're going to like it. It's a tribal deck that is pretty under the radar, got a lot of Modern Horizons support. So that's coming up for Mucha Brew. Then Budget Magic, we're going to Modern, and then next week we'll shift into Standard. So keep an eye out for all that stuff. Otherwise, our sponsor tonight is, World Purge is one of the hardest, oh my goodness, especially when you want to go Baron Glory. Our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you're looking for some Throne of Eldraine cards, they got you covered. You can see all the latest spoilers. You can already buy Hushbringer if you want to make me really sad and wreck all my decks, but you grab them all at cardkingdom.com. Even get a Saffron Olive sticker if you are so inclined. Just mention it in your order notes. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. It might be Sliver Tribal. We've played some snow decks. It might be Slivers. There were some good new Slivers in Modern Horizons. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. And Spunzy Sage, welcome you to the Fishbowl as well. Big scoops here. Thank you. So tonight, as I mentioned, we're heading to Modern as we wait for Throne of Eldraine. We are trying some Yawgmoth. And Yawgmoth, this is a card, every time I read it, I'm like, this has to be busted. It has to be so good. It just does so much. Pay a life, sacrifice something, put a counter on something. You get to draw a card, then you can discard a card and pay some mana to proliferate. Has protection from humans in case we run into humans. So basically, an insane sacrifice / card draw engine. So this deck, we're basically trying to get out Yawgmoth. We can't just use it for value. We have lots of ways to tutor it out. We have Eldritch Evolutions, we have Chords of Calling, so 7 ways to find our Yagmoth. And then we have this mashup of like undying and persist creatures. And these creatures are actually really powerful with Yawgmoth in multiple ways. Seth never really cast World Purge in one. Opponent misplayed in Scoop. Well, we cast World Purge and would have won if we didn't punt, but then our opponent also, we kind of got there. Plus, we pitched it to Force of Negation one time. Dusty Boots for this 6 month. This does look a little Richardy. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soups here for you. So the power of these cards, Stranglegeist, Giralf's Messengers, is with Yagmoth. We can sacrifice him twice to draw a bunch of cards. Also, if we get multiples out, we can do this weird loop where we keep sacrificing them, putting counters on the other one, kind of get infinite enter and leave the battlefield triggers, which just wins us the game with Giralf Messenger. Also wins us the game if we happen to have a Blood Artist on the battlefield. So that's kind of one of our plans. Gain a bunch of life with our Kinchin Finks. Yawgmoth, another Undying creature for the mix. So we have 12 Undying creatures to either just draw a bunch of cards or maybe even combo off. Then we have our ramp creatures. Walleroots, Birds of Paradise, just speed up our deck, work well with our Chord of Calling. Top end, we get a Thragtusk because Thragtusk is sweet. Acidic Slide, kind of a catch-all. A Shriek Maw is a tutorable removal spell. Also one of Scavenging Ooze for Graveyard. And that's basically the plan of the deck. Tutoring out Yawgmoth, sacking all of our stuff, drawing a bunch of cards, maybe comboing off along the way. Salty Amish for the 3rd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Would Westville Abbey work in this deck? I could see playing, I think it would work. I don't know if it'd be insane. It's easier if you have some tokens, but sacking a bunch of Undying creatures sounds sweet. Sideboard-wise, pretty straightforward for the most part. We have Leyline for Graveyard deck, Stamping Spheres for combo and Tron, more life gain in Kinchin Finks and also Obstinate Baloth. Chameleon Colossus, could be anything, comes down against like Jund, especially black removal decks. Wickerboar Welder, Reclamation Sage, Collector Roof for artifacts and enchantments. Farika makes a bunch of death touchy snakes, good in grinding matchups, also kind of weird graveyard hate in its own way. Although we don't really want to give our opponent snakes, but in a pinch, we can fizzle like a reanimation spell. And that's the deck. We're playing, I don't even know, Yawgmoth Chord, I guess, Yawgmoth Undying. We're going to give this deck a shot and see how it works. Seth, printing have gone downhill in quality over the past year. Wait, printings of what? I see it's on Head and Shoulders and Chair. Wait, what's going on? Oh, my glittering. Do we have problems with, here, let me see. Are we having green screen problems? Sometimes green screen, it's harder than it looks. I mean, maybe it looks hard, I don't know. But green screen is really finicky to get exactly right, I've noticed. Which is probably why I shouldn't do it. I'm not a technical genius. Is that better? Hopefully. Am I less fuzzy? How are we looking? Just like Wizards. The printing quality has gone down. Actually, I think it's improved a little bit. All right, so let's try this deck. Let's see what Yawgmoth can do in Modern. Take it through a league, see what happens, and maybe we can feed the kids with some Yawgmoth. Can we start a petition to ban Hushbringer? So honestly, while it's sad that it wrecks the things I like to do, I actually think it's a good card. Your shirt looks like it's doing an Infinity Wars thing. Huh. Maybe, I think I've worn this shirt before and it hasn't been a problem. I don't know. Green screens are weird. Tomer's probably the last person to call for computer issues. One card you'd like as a lithograph from the newest set. Ooh, it's got to be one of the like alt art ones. The fairy tale art looks so sweet. I don't know what the best of those are though, but all the art of those just looks so amazing. But I'm not sure what my favorite is. Like, they all look really good. I'm really impressed with the fairy tale art. All right, match number 1 incoming. Will you ever do a mono green Stompy against the odds with all the new green cards coming out? I think mono green Stompy is something that we will likely play. I don't know if it'll be against the odds, but I think we will definitely play it somewhere. Brandon Medford for the 5th month. Welcome you to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Well, we got a Birds, we got a Yawgmoth, we got an Eldritch Evolution. Seems about right. Could use some undying creatures. Hushbreaker's kind of like a new, better Tecatli Honor Guard. Makes it so enter the battlefield abilities don't work. Oh yeah, I kind of stopped talking about that. So while it's sad that it shuts down things that I like, we probably do need more hate for Risen Reef. Because Risen Reef, whew, very strong. Very strong. What's up, Max? How are you? Squash Timbers fan. Squash the Timbers fan. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, what have you been playing in Standard 2020? And what are you going to play in after rotation? I guess it's similar. Reef mirrors boil down to who draws more reefs. That is very true. That is very, very true. Do you think Fires of Invention Obliterate could be a deck? I mean, I think it's possible. The question is going to be, what's the payoff? I think you got to find a decent payoff. Ooh. Yeah, I think we just kill Soulscar Mage. We could have played Kitchen Finks, but it's actually pretty annoying against Soulscar Mage, I think, because it puts -1/-1 counters on it. So I'm pretty sure it undoes Kitchen Finks. Because Kitchen Finks does not want -1/-1 counters. Marsh Flats, go. Alright. Well, next turn we can start doing things. Collection boosters too expensive. What are your thoughts? So, if you missed it, just a few minutes ago, Wizards announced a new product, and good lord is it expensive. It is this deluxe edition for Throne of Eldraine. It's $450. You get some special stuff, which is cool, and like 16 collector's boosters. I don't know. It feels expensive to me. That was my first thought, that it just feels too expensive. And they opened some on stream, and they weren't always all that insane, unfortunately. Like, they had a bunch of random commons and stuff, so if you're spending that much money, it would be nice if you were guaranteed to get, like, really sweet stuff every pack, and you are guaranteed to get, like, really sweet art every pack, but it doesn't seem like you're guaranteed to get, like, busted actual cards in the deck. Any thoughts running out Yagmoth? I think I would rather Kitchen Finks on defense. I'm a little worried. Like, Blister Coil Weird can deal a lot of damage out of nowhere. This deck is trying to deal ridiculous chunks of damage, and I don't really want to have to block it with Yawgmoth, so I was thinking we could Kitchen Finks, Eldritch Evolution, Thragtusk, and get down Finks eventually, but Raider, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Sold directly through Wizards, not through local game stores. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Opponent gets in. Well, are we going to sack our Birds of Paradise, though? Sacking our Birds of Paradise doesn't feel that great either. I guess we could have. Our opponent could have bolted. Are we dead? Are we going to literally die here? If we die here with 4 cards in our opponent's hand. Okay, opponent gets in. Sure. Down to 19. Follow up. Soulscar Maze just keeps coming. Copperline Gorge, 1 card in hand. Okay. Well, ooh, jeez. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Alright, now what do? We can cash in Finks, get Thragtusk. We can get down Yagmoth. Yagmoth feels pretty good. Let's Yagmoth. Let's Yagmoth first. Because that blocks Soulscar Mage forever, which happens to be a human randomly. So play Yagmoth. I think this is actually pretty good. Now we can sack... Birds of Paradise? Let's sack Kitchen Finks to kill Blister Coil Weird. Draw a card. And now we're in very good shape. You do realize that Twilight Mire is a Nodbo with Damping Sphere. Yeah, I've done that to myself before. I feel like it's kind of a necessary evil. We're not going to bring in Damping Sphere unless it's a matchup where we really need it. But I feel like against like Storm or Tron, we just kind of got to do it, even though it is a non-bow. Well, this is Yagmoth being insane. Like, what does our opponent do? It's a human. This randomly has protection from humans. Why does Yagmoth have protection from humans? Is there some, like, lower reason? Opponent, passing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ha. Ha ha ha. Man, so many tutors. I think we just... I don't even know. So many options. Oh, thank you, Criminalist. He's a physician who turned humans into Phyrexians. Oh, I see. So that's why he has protection from humans. That makes sense. Thanos for the 21st month. Yeah, we can't play something at Yawgmoth because it's legendary. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I think we just pass, and we can Chord of calling out like a Kitchen Finks, probably. Opponent cash in is lit. Drawing a card. Yeah, I guess Phyrexians probably beat humans for the most part. Not modern, though. Yeah, I know, Thanos. Definitely not new. I always say that for some reason. How's it going? Opponent Metamorphoses. Sure. Yeah, Thanos is the opposite of new. Seth is a Golgari deck using Vraska to sacrifice Garruk Wolves, a viable option. I definitely would like to try it. Some sort of Golgari mid-range style deck. It seems like it could be pretty sweet. Opponent, going for it. Trampling. Getting as big as possible. We still have a Yagmoth, though. Burst Lightning on our Yagmoth. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chord of Calling. X3. Get a... Well, let's just get Kitchen Finks. Sack Kitchen Finks. Draw a card. Counter on Soulscar Mage. Returns. A Wall of Roots. And... yeah, let's finish it off. Sack... Kitchen Finks. Counter on Soulscar Mage. Okay. Mutagenic Growth. Yup. Sure. We draw birds. Gain life. Burst Lightning's Yawgmoth. Puts counters on it. Gets in for 5, which is fine. Yup. And then Soulscar's gonna die. Ruckin Award! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Run out our Colony Guard, make a token. Then we will play a Wall of Roots. Then we will sacrifice our Wall of Roots. We will get a... let's go Drolf's Messenger. Drain our opponent. Play Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn, and I think our opponent is in trouble. We are set up for the combo next turn. Sack it, and we're ready to go. Could Swarm of Scarabs fit here for endless Yagmoth activations? It could, but we actually have that set up already without playing an enchantment. We have it set up with creatures. So I think the upside is, without playing the enchantment, we can tutor up like our Drolf Messengers and stuff, because we actually just get to go, we should get to go infinite next turn. Hey, what's up, the only manly one? How are you? Ooh, let me see you, Silverbane. Run on Awkward. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber opponent. I believe passing. Standard Teokens. Dreadhorde Invasion Oko is definitely a cool synergy. Oh, or we just draw it. That makes it really easy. Alright, add black, and this should just be game. So, I say we kill our opponent here. We play Giraffe Messenger number 2, drain our opponent. And now the fun begins. So, we can Yagmoth, sacrifice, put a counter on whatever, Swift Spear. Sacrifice Giraffe's Messenger, comes back in, drains our opponent. The White Lotus! Good to see you for the 15th month. A pleasure to see you as well. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Then, -1/-1 counter on... Opponent scoops it up. So let me put the counter on the Giraffe's Messenger with a +1/+1 counter to get rid of it, sacking the other one. Blue, 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 blue. Opponent drained out of the game and dies. And Mono Red Prowess doesn't have a chance. We just got him. Who? Oh, Sunny No-Cal. That sounds nice. Seth, Lucky Clover is so busted. Have you done brewing or brainstorming with it? Not seriously. Like, it seems like it could do some pretty powerful stuff. Hey, thank you, the only manly one. Like, you can play it and then play the 3-mana Rampant Growth and get 2 lands or something. Is there a more, like, specific combo than that? Yeah, that's just how the rules work. It's a little weird that they just kind of undo each other that way, but... That is the rules. This is an example of a match where we're not going to bring in Damping Sphere, even though in theory we probably could, but I don't think it's worth it in this matchup, really. Yeah, it seems like a fun idea. Dreadhorde Evasion is a potentially powerful card. It's definitely cool if you can grow it into a 3/3 consistently. I don't know. Other people seem high on Lovestruck Beast. Personally, I'm not super high on Lovestruck Beast. And looking at the deck, like, how do you even get a 1/1? Like... It seems very hard to turn on Lovestruck Beast. I think Lovestruck Beast is gonna be worse than it looks. Hey, it's going well, Wall of Chaos. How are you? Please explain why people love Brazen Borrower so much. So, Brazen Borrower, it's a powerful Magic card. I mean, if you just look at the card, it has 2... basically on-curve effects stapled together. We actually need a sideboard here, though. Hang on. It has 2 mana to return an on-land permanent. That's a Disperse, essentially. That's been a somewhat playable constructed card at times in the past. Like, that is a card that you can legitimately play in Standard. And then a 3/1 flyer with Flash, that's a reasonable clock. It's like Vandalia click stats. So I think that that's what makes it good. Neither half is, like, insane, but if you mash those halves together, it makes a very powerful and flexible card. Dentrell, welcome to the Fishbowl. I do think it shouldn't be a mythic. Like, I don't understand why it's a mythic, but I do think it's a powerful effect. I mean, the body, it's a good aggressive body. It can't block very well. Oh, Thanos, over 1,000 gift subs somehow. 1,001 handed one out to Firegrid. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, Birds of Paradise, go. Seems like, opponent is a mulliganing too. Seems like our opponent's deck is not that great at beating Yagmoth. Yagmoth seems really good. Really good against them. Hey, Seth, how many months do I have to renew a subscription for you to listen to Death Grips? Who? Death Grips? What is Death Grips? The Jabbles Mixed Beauty. Welcome back to the Fishbowl, by the way. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I mean, you don't have to subscribe for me to listen to it, I don't think. You should send me a link to it and tell me what it is. Is it a band? Is it a Magic-themed band? Because Death Grip is a card, right? Alright, Soul Scar Mage. Well, bad news, opponent. We have a Yawgmoth incoming. Crack this, grab a Swamp, play Yog Daddy, and then Soulscar Mage looking a little silly. I guess we gotta do this first. Alright, so Yawgmoth, number 1. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent, let's see it. How do you beat a Yawgmoth? What do you think of Abs and Wolves? I think there might be a deck there. I think Garruk is a huge deal. Garruk with Tolsimer, that actually seems pretty powerful. So I think there's a shot that something like Abs and Wolves could actually work. It'll take some brewing to make it work, but I'm definitely interested in trying it. It seems like it might have enough to be a good deck. What card am I most excited for? Oh, now I think it's Happily Ever After. now that we've got it spoiled, that is just my kind of card. Opponent passes. Eldritch Evolution. Huh. So we can play Strangleroot Geist. Sack Strangleroot Geist. Draw a card. If we hit Giralf's Messenger, we don't. Well, go to combat. Get in with Strangleroot. Hit our opponent. I mean, I think we mostly have this locked up. Opponent down to 17. This seems so good. Down to 17. Now we can Yagmoth. Get rid of the Soulscar Mage. Ooh. Ooh, and there's your Elf's Messenger. Do we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? All right, play Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. We're not going to shock ourselves to run it out. Pass the turn. Nidochuk for the 9th month. What kind of colors do you think are best for an adventure deck? Most of the support is in green, but beyond that, there are constructed playable ones in each color. I mean, base green, I think, makes the most sense. Green, white, and limited. Welcome back to the Fishbowl, by the way. Big scoops here for you, Nidochuk. So I think green, white seems like the base. Maybe we could go 5 colors somehow, although... Oh... Ho ho ho. We could try to combo off and win the game. We could also just play Thragtusk. Removal does ruin the combo. Yeah, let's try to win the game. Play Giralf's Messenger. Drain our opponent. Play a Forest. Eldritch Evolution. Sack Wall of Roots. Get a Giralf's Messenger. Drain our opponent. And I think it's loop time. So, we put a counter on Monastery Swiftspear. We sack Giralf's Messenger. It comes back into play. Do you have an answer, opponent? Do you have a surgical? Or are you just dead? Yawgmoth! Oh, it comes back. Then, we put a counter on this one, sacking this one. Comes back. Then we put a... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there's the counter. Drain our opponent. Then we counter on this one, sacking this one. And opponent scoops it up, and that is what Yagmoth can do. We just absolutely stomped Mono Red prowess. Stomped them with the Yagmoth combo. Giralf's Messengers. Who? Did you see the new Tormenting Voice at instant speed? I did, just as the stream was going on. That card's pretty good. It's pretty good. Tormenting Voice was already good enough for standard. Being instant makes it better, and it makes it a way to trigger the when you draw your second card stuff during your opponent's turn, which is pretty big deal. Mind giving people a rundown how the combo decks works? All right, we will. Yes, we'll go back to the deck list real quick before the next round. Kenzarek, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. It was just spoiled. I don't actually see it on the spoiler page yet. So I don't remember the name of it. So this deck, okay. To go over the combo for people just filtering in. we can just win like a value deck, but the infinite combo is Yagmoth with 2 undying creatures. If we have Yagmoth in 2 undying creatures, which means Geralf's Messenger is the best of the bunch, but we have Geralf's Messenger, we have Strangleroot Geist, we also have Yawgmoth, so we have 12 undying creatures. If we can get 2 of them on the battlefield with a Yagmoth, basically what we can do is we to win the game most directly, Geralf's Messenger is involved, but the infinite loop card draw works with any of them. So essentially what we do, we sack our Geralf's Messenger, put a counter on something. It's going to come back into play with a +1/+1 counter. Also drain our opponent for 2. Then, using Yawgmoth, we sacrifice the other undying creature, but instead of putting the -1/-1 counter on our opponent's thing, we put it on our Geralf's Messenger that has a +1/+1 counter, and because Magic rules are kind of weird, instead of having both -1/-1, +1/+1, they just kind of counter each other out. So we have no counters, which means then we can sacrifice Geralf's Messenger again, because it doesn't have a counter on it, it'll die, come back into play. So with 2 undying creatures, you can just loop them infinitely. Well, until you run out of life, because Yagmoth does cost a life. And then with Geralf's Messenger, the 2 damage when it comes into play kills our opponent. If we're on the other loop, we can draw a bunch of cards, hopefully find a Blood Artist to finish the game, or like a Chord of Calling, Eldritch Evolution to find our Blood Artist to win the game. Or we can just draw a bunch of cards and then win fairly. Like, that also works, to just draw a bunch of cards and kill our opponent naturally. So that is the main plan of the deck. Should also mention that it costs life to use Yagmoth, so for low we can't combo. That is true. Kitchen Finks helps to keep our life total high, but yes, that is true. Hey, what's up, DH Worlds? How are you? Oh yeah, we should update a record. We are officially 1-0. I'm pretty hyped for Throne of Eldraine. We're gonna have some fun decks, I think, coming soon. Ooh, let me see, Shuskay. Hey, worked really hard on this deck past week. It's Dragonstorm based off Future Sight. Standard Dragonstorm. Ew. Dragonstorm seems like Ironcrag Feat is so potentially perfect for it. Like, that is the perfect ending to your Storm combo. So we're getting Dragonstorm, Storm, search for a dragon, put into play. Lathless makes a bunch of dragons. Scourge, Bogren, Hellkite. Seems like a good package. Lots of rituals. That looks sweet. That actually looks super sweet. And it's actually pretty budget friendly too. Not quite budget range by our budget series definition, but 242 is pretty cheap. That definitely looks super sweet. Will you email that one to me so I have a hard copy of it? Because that seems like something that we might end up playing. I definitely, or at least considering, because I definitely plan on playing Dragonstorm. And it looks like a good build. I like it. So what other Eldraine stuff have people been working on? Hey, what's up, Green Mage? Do you like the return of Wildspeaker? I do. I think that's a super sweet commander card. Ooh. All right, we're keeping this. We would like to draw Black Swords. If our birds dies, this could go wrong in a hurry. I think that return of Wildspeaker is really good for commander. In standard, it might be good too, depending on the deck. It's a little weird that one ability kind of wants one big creature and the other one wants a bunch of little creatures, but still. Yeah, Throne of Eldraine seems really sweet for knights. I'm kind of amazed, because we didn't have that many knights remaining in standard, but it feels like there's enough knights just from Throne of Eldraine that it might actually make a competitive deck. Salty Food, yeah, that's going to be fun. After watching Magicade, super hyped for Oko and the Goose. Ooh. I mean, I think they do work very well together. Do you know if 3 O-Rings makes infinite enter the battlefield triggers? It does. I think you need to have... Oh, I gotta read O-Ring again. Do you have to have an empty battlefield, or can you... So I think, basically... Yes, it should make infinite enter the battlefield triggers, but unless you have a finisher on the battlefield, eventually you're going to have to choose something else, because you can't just keep doing that forever unless you're progressing the game somehow. So if there's no other targets on the battlefield, it'll draw the game. Otherwise, let's say if you have like Alter the Brood or something, then that would be an actual win condition. Yeah, the Dragonstorm deck looks sweet. Ironcrag Feat seems built for Dragonstorm, essentially. Opponent takes a Shriek Maw. Well, play Wall of Roots. Wall of Roots. Play Birds of Paradise. I mean, maybe we can just Eldritch Evolution the wall to get a Yagmoth and go from there. Is Wall of Roots fixed with Chord of Calling? I'm actually not 100% sure. Opponent has Devoted Druid. And passes. Drops Messenger. Well, alright. I think this is our chance. Eldritch Evolution. Get a Wall of Fruit. Sack Wall of Fruits. I think it's got to be Yagmoth. Do we have to sack our board to kill it now and try to draw land? Oh, it's so awkward with only one land. It feels like since MTGA is online, sets are way more powerful than before. I was kind of thinking that too, that Wizards maybe feel some pressure to push sets because of Throne of Eldraine. Losing all of our mana is so brutal, though. The end goal is to loop Geralf's Messengers for damage. Yeah, I think we have to. Ugh, sacrifice birds. Hopefully we draw land at least. Okay. Forest. Blood Artist. Sacrifice Blood Artist. Drain our opponent. Kill Devoted Druid, draw a card. That worked. And now we still have one birds around. And one more for next turn. All right, pass the turn. Well, Devoted Druid has been officially answered. A better Tormenting Voice. Yes, I saw that. Instant Speed Tormenting Voice. That card's definitely going to be good. Throne of Eldraine, I believe it's... Yeah, it should be up a week from today, I think. Yeah, there's a preview day on Tuesday... And then I believe it's Wednesday night or Thursday it officially releases. Hey, thank you, Jersane. Yeah, courting out Yagmoth is pretty sweet. And Yagmoth has been insane so far. It is just absolutely wrecking people. Rainbow Niv. Ooh. Yeah, I'm excited to play more Niv. Fabro Elder seems perfect for the deck. I almost wonder if you want more Fabro Elders. It seems so good. Another one. Opponent. Come on now. And a Birds of Paradise, sure. Opponent passes. Ooh, Strangleroot. I like that. I like me a Strangleroot. We might be able to... Man, Yagmoth is busted. It's busted. Northern Vanguard. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. So pray Strangleroot, Geist. I think we're just going to be able to wrath our opponent's board. Go to combat... Attack. Hit our opponent. Yagmoth is so good. This is what I imagined when I saw Yagmoth. Northern Vanguard. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for you. Could the opponent sack to finish fizzle the combo? I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Ooh, Geralf's Messenger. Well, kill this. Kill that. Play Birds of Paradise. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Yeah, we're going to kill that too. Kill it all. Kill it all, I say. That is what Yagmoth does. Opponent at 9. Yagmoth, the world's slowest wrath, drawing us a ton of cards. It is so good. Yeah, I'm excited for... Opponent scoops it up. Cannot beat the Yagmoth. It's just too good. It's just too good. Opponent's got no chance. Whoo. Wow. Wow. Does anyone get why Warlock was made a type when we got 4 so far? I don't know. I mean, we also got peasants and nobles, so maybe just some new creature types. I don't think there's any super specific reason. Wait, so you just sack Geist to Yagmoth. So to actually go infinite, we can't just sack our stuff like we did there to just kill our opponent's stuff, draw a bunch of cards. But to go infinite, we need 2 undying creatures to start with. So like a Strangleroot Geist and Giralf's Messenger. And then we can just kind of loop them. We keep sacking one to put the -1/-1 counter on the other one to undo the +1/+1 counter. Then we do it in reverse, sack the one without a counter to remove the counter essentially from the one with a counter. It gives us infinite triggers, which Giralf's Messenger just drains our opponent, or like Blood Artist drains our opponent out of the game. So that's the main combo. 2 undying creatures just wins us the game essentially. Devoted Druid is a good answer to Yawgmoth, right? In that game, it was the other way, really. In that game, it was mostly Yawgmoth being a really good answer to Devoted Druid. But I think they can potentially just race us. The deck does not have a lot of cheap early game removal. So unless we can get down to fast Yawgmoth or have our 1 Shriekmaw, that is a concern. That if our opponent has their nut draw, they probably just race us. I think Mero said that they wanted to make it for such a long time because some mages or black weren't quite wizards. I mean, I think it makes sense from, yeah, we got a mulligan this. Warlock, actually no. Is Warlock a D&D thing? I've played not enough D&D. That's a D&D thing, right? Or no? Well, okay. No Yawgmoth, but we have our Shriekmaw, which is an answer. We will put... I guess Twilight Mire to the bottom. Alright, well, let's go, opponent. Yeah, I thought Warlocks were a D&D thing. We see Magic and D&D getting more connected, so maybe that's part of it. We've even seen, like, Bag of Holding, apparently, Tomer was telling me is... opponents always got this thought seize for a Shriekmaw. But Bag of Holding is apparently a D&D thing, so I think maybe Wizards is just trying to, like, do a little bit of crossover stuff. I played your blue-white Solmeria deck with some changes. I've been winning a lot of FNMs. Would like to see the list. Ooh, I would love to see it, the Blue Magic guy. And that is awesome. Congrats on the good performance. Yeah, there goes our Shriekmaw, sadly. Opponent passes. If they have a quick combo, this is going to go rough. Well, Blooming Marsh, the youngest of wolves, pass the turn. They made a good Evolving Wild, bad Prismatic Vista. Unfortunately, it's rare. Caw, caw! It's gonna be... Oh, there's the Devoted Druid. Yeah, this is a nightmare. With the Thought Seize into infinite combo, not a whole lot we can do to stop this at the moment. I think we actually have to play Birds of Paradise. In case our opponent doesn't have the combo, then drawing a Yagmoth is potentially an out. Oh, if our opponent has a combo, though, we're just done. That's what our opponent's deck does. Maybe this deck could use some fatal pushes in the sideboard. Okay, give me some advice on my deck focus on generating a lot of food and sacking it to Rampage of the Clans. Ew. Someone sent me a deck. Oh, actually, I think it might be showing up in content later, but Feasting Troll King to be Hogak is a cool idea, too. Just like turbo food, mill your Feasting Troll King, try to get it as fast as possible. Centaur Picnic. Ooh, some Feasting Troll King actions. I mean, Rampage of the Clans is a pretty good payoff for making a ton of food. Squaltrino, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Come on, no Vizier. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So Centaur Picnic, I like the idea of it. Make a lot of food. Make a lot of centaurs with the food. Thus the name. I think maybe need some more cheaper removal. A little worried about well, I guess there's Assassin's Trophy. Opponent tapping, untapping. Is this Collected Company to find the combo? Chord of Calling to find the combo? We're probably just dead here, it seems like. 4 mana. Opponent. Yagmoth did not come quickly enough. Finale, X2, Infinity, and beyond. Well, alright. This is where we crack our land. Get a Overgrown Tomb tapped. F6. Yeah, it looks like a fun idea. As someone who's an inspiring content creator, I'm the owner of my own website, Werbergurk. I'm really interested. How should I get better at talking while I'm recording. I get really anxious and it shows whenever I try to record. I just want to ask whether there's anything you do to help you be able to stream interesting conversation going. I've been told to write a script and stuff, which I may do. Sorry for the long threads. I really look up to you as a content creator. Well, thank you for the kind words. So if you do not feel bad, go back and watch. Okay, that makes creatures infinitely big. I guess we're still yeah. All right. We're dead enough. Like, technically we could jump for a turn, but I don't think we have anything we can draw that changes this. And then we die next turn. So we're going to concede and be nice. So go back and watch some of the first videos that I ever did. It took me a while to find my voice and get comfortable doing that as well. So, practice for me was the biggest thing, just to like keep doing it, and you become more comfortable and more used to it the more you do it. For me, I think that was it. Like, it just takes a little while to be comfortable being yourself, because it's weird. Like, if you've never done anything like that before, I remember like being a kid and like hearing your voice on an answering machine, and you're like, I sound so weird, because you sound different when you're recorded, like from the outside, than what you sound like in your head. So it takes a while of just like getting used to it for it to become comfortable and natural. So Watcher's Seth's first video just like 3 years ago or whatever. Yeah, I think it's like 5 years, but still, yeah. It took me a while to be comfortable, just like being myself and to find my voice doing content. So I think it's just a matter of sticking to it, keep doing it, and that will develop with practice. At least that was my experience. I don't think we have any changes we can make. I realized, I was in the Against the Odds article today. We've had 4 years of Against the Odds. The first Against the Odds article was middle of September 2015. Whew, that is a lot of Against the Odds. Oh no. Ooh. All right. Well, this we're going to keep. If our opponent has a fast draw, though, our deck just doesn't have the removal to really interact with our opponent's combo. But I think we got to keep this. We have 2 undying creatures. We have Yagmoth, and we just got to hope it works out. That's our hope, that's our dream. I wish they had added Circuitious Root, too. I think that would have been funny. Did you see the Magic AIDS Oko token deck? Someone sent me an Oko tokens list in the chat that they said was, I don't know if it was the exact list or inspired by it. It sounded like it was the Oko turning Dreadhorde Invasion tokens into 3/3s plan. So I don't know if it was exactly the same list, but let me see, Sly Guy. It seems like it's kind of tricky to test decks at this point, because there's not the set's not up anywhere. So it looks sweet. Although I think I don't think Lovestruck Beast. I don't know. This looks very similar to the list that someone else sent in. I don't really understand the idea of Lovestruck Beast. There's not even like 1/1s. So how does Lovestruck Beast actually work in this deck? But I mean, Oko, if you have Dreadhorde Invasion on 2 into Oko on 3, that seems pretty insane. Like, that is just a constant source of 3/3s or 4/4s every turn, which is pretty solid. Woodland Champion's kind of a cute idea too. Untapped, yeah, that's true. I just I wonder, my experience with playing on non-sanctioned Magic things is you get a very varied level of competition. At least that's been my experience. Like, you run into some real decks to some extent, but also a lot of stuff that's or people who just kind of like rage quit. I remember the story that sticks out of my mind about playing Magic on unsanctioned digital clients is, and this was a long time ago, I used to use Cockatrice, I think it was, back when Moto was down on Wednesdays, I would sometimes use Cockatrice, sometimes use it to play Legacy. And I remember playing against someone, and these, if you've never used these clients, they don't have a rules engine. So you got to trust that your opponent's also going to, at least that's how it was. Maybe it's changed, but you got to trust that your opponent knows the rules. So I remember playing this person. I think we were playing Legacy, and I thought seized them. It must have been Modern, actually. I thought seized them, and they remanded the thought seize, and I had mana up, so I was like, all right, like thought seize you again. And then they went like this huge rage about how that's cheating and you can't cast the Thoughtseize because they remanded it, and like started swearing and freaking out, and then and then quit the game. That's my one memory of playing on Cockatrice. If you thought that, like, some people are like a little worried about Cockatrice. Oh, thank you, Tanos. Some people are a little worried about the saltiness on Magic Online. Whew. You have it like Cockatrice to Magic Online is like, I don't know, 8chan to Reddit or something. Like, everyone's like, oh, Reddit's so bad. And then you stumble across like something like 4chan or 8chan. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God. That is a whole nother level of offensiveness. Are we? Oh man, I feel like this deck needs some. All right, opponent. I think this deck might need some removal for this matchup, or just to dodge this matchup. But we just don't have the removal spells to really keep up with. We don't really have the removal spells to keep up with what our opponent's doing. And, I mean, our opponent had, I mean, I guess we're playing London Mulligan, so it should be expected. But our opponent had 3-card combos, both in Games 2 and Games 3, with Thoughtseize on turn 1, which, that is, I mean, that's just kind of the dream draw. Thoughtseize on 1, both of your combo pieces, and a combo finisher. That's like 4 specific cards in your hand. So maybe it was just our opponent having really good, draws. Big time watcher, first time subscriber. Ooh, Squachillo. Thank you so much. Love to support. Please send a big scoops cheer to my wife, who is in bed because she is pregnant with twins. Whoa, that is awesome, Chilino. Congratulations to you, and big scoops cheer for your wife. Twins. That you're gonna be busy in a bit. Are these you and your wife's first kids, Chilino? Do we have Thoughtseize 2? We do not have Thoughtseize 2. I think that's what we need, is a little more, bit more interaction maybe in the sideboard. In the main deck, it's probably fine, but we're really leaning on Yagmoth to be our interaction. And it's 4 mana, so if we don't get it down quite fast enough, things can go bad. Yeah, Thoughtseize into 3-card combo every game. That's going to win a lot of games. All right, we get to play first. Well, okay. This is a nice fair value-y hand. Missing a mana dork, so not super fast, but it's functional. First and last, no more Panharmonicon babies. Well, congratulations. That is super exciting. Panharmonicon babies. I might have to start using that for twins. You can name one Yarok. Did you get the email I sent you with standard Is It Treasure deck? Ooh, when did you send it to me, that Wendell? I know a few days ago I asked people to send me a deck list, and I got like 100 lists in a day, and I've been trying to work through them, but I haven't gotten through all of them. I just got so many deck lists like 4 or 5 days ago. So, I mean, I think Hushbringer is a pretty good card. We need Answers to Risen Reef, and it's good there, even though it makes me sad that it's good against like Panharmonicons and Yaroks, but I think it's a decent card to have exist in the format. Do you think this deck is fair? Oh, I think our deck is pretty fair. Like, yes, there is like a potential combo finish, but I think if you're just playing a bunch of Undying creatures and Yawgmoth, I think that's very much fair by modern standards. I sent one this morning. It would be awesome to play it before it rotates. One last hurrah for pirates and treasures. Ew. That does sound pretty sweet. I will have to double check for it. Well, let's run out Scavenging Ooze. Seems like we're up against blue-white control, probably. Gonna be interesting to see how this goes. Yagmoth drawing cards seems important. That seems like one of our best plans. Field of Ruin for our opponent. And... oh, it's a Stoneforge deck. Okay. Sure. Well, we have a lot of stuff to fight Stoneforge in our sideboard. And we have Acidic Slime in hand. Opponent gets a Batterskull. Yup. And... passes. We draw. Well, I guess we go Drelf's Messenger. Get the clock going. Hope we can deal with Batterskull eventually. The life gain from Batterskull is going to be obnoxious. Have you tried Plainbound Prison? Ooh, I have not. Do you have a deck list? I mean, I imagine it's Plainbound Accomplice. What is the prison part, though? What is the definition of fair and magic? Huh. I mean, it's actually a good question. I don't have a good dictionary definition. I think, for me, it usually involves beating down with creatures, and usually not in a super aggro fashion. Like, an all-in 8-whack style deck. I don't know if I would necessarily consider that fair. Like, mid-range, winning with creatures, that's typically, I mean, I guess Control is a fair deck, and it wins with Planeswalkers. Non-combo, I guess. So opponent's going to be able to put a Batterskull into play. We really want a Yawgmoth. That's what we want most of all. But we also don't want to get hit by counters. Ooh. Well, I think we just keep running out Drelf's Messengers. Draining our opponent. Pass the turn. We can attack because our opponent's going to put Batterskull into play. This puts us in a position where we might be able to instant speed combo off and win with Drelf's Messenger. Maybe. Opponent, Batterskulls. Yup. Control is definitely fair. I consider Burn almost a combo deck. Somewhere in the aggro combo range. I don't really consider it a fair deck. I mean, like standard mono red, maybe you can make an argument that's more of a fair deck. But I think like modern Burn, I don't really consider to be a fair deck. Opponent goes attacking. Do we need to block? If we block... yeah, I guess we can still block. Let's block. We got to make sure our life total stays high enough that we can still win, paying a bunch of life to Yagmoth. That's our main plan here. Snapdragon, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Like, unfair decks, I think of, like, Thran. I consider that an unfair deck. Decks like Storm, obviously, that's like the definition of an unfair deck. Urza's an interesting question. Like, Urza, that's one for me that kind of walks the line. Like, it has an infinite combo, but it's not the fastest of infinite combos. And the combo is like a bunch, like 3 artifacts making creatures with Urza. Like, I think I could see that one going either way. Why is Modern so popular in MTG? Isn't it filled with crazy combo decks with all the sets? I mean, sometimes. There are occasionally crazy combo decks. But there are also a lot of really fun fair decks as well. And you get to play a lot of cool cards and do powerful things that you don't get to do at standard. I have. I saw the spoiler. I still haven't seen the actual name of it yet. We would like our opponent to tap out, and then we should be able to win. Like, Field of Ruin us, opponent. See if our opponent is wise to our shenanigans. Going to path our Scavenging Ooze. That's awkward. Alright. Alright. Grab a swamp. I'm not super happy about this. Thran is fair. Thran is so unfair. I know other people disagree, but I think Thran is very much an unfair deck. Chord of Calling. Oh. Yagmoth. Put a counter on Geralf's Messenger. Sack Scavenging Ooze. When do we just go for it now? Let's see if our opponent activates Field of Ruin. Oh, this is a very weird position to be in. Because if we go for it and our opponent has interaction, it falls apart. Opponent gets in for 4. All right, so we lost to Vizier Druid combo with combo-y draws, turn 3 kills very regularly with Thoughtseize. Storm is a fair deck. Y'all have a very different definition of fair than I do. Oh, thank you, Shiverbane. Oh, I remember this one. I think you emailed me this one at one point. Yeah, definitely a cool idea. Going infinite with Planebound Accomplice does seem super spicy. Hey, what's up, my calf? How are you? If we take it, we go to 11. I guess opponent goes to 20. We need to sack 10 times to deal 20. Jeez. Alright, yep. I guess we'll take it this turn. Down to 11. Opponent passes. Well, play Strangle Rootgeist. Opponent has Spell Snare. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pass the turn. I mean, we have the ability to combo off. The problem is, if our opponent has any interaction, when we sack the first Geralf's Messenger, then things fall apart. So we're trying to get our opponent to tap down, and then we're free to combo off. But if we just go for the combo and our opponent has anything, then the whole house of cards kind of crumbles. So the Planebound Prison deck, the idea is if you have Cloudstone Curio, you can keep putting planeswalkers into play, activating them and bouncing them, and then win with a bunch of planeswalker activations. Opponent, Flooded Strand. Combat. Attacks. We gotta block. Block. Sack, put a counter on, Stoneforge. Such a weird situation with our opponent leaving bad up. Okay, returns. Drains our opponent. We draw a card. Colony Garden. Okay. If we get too low on life, then we can't activate our Yagmoth enough. Untap. Let's try this again. Actually, let's play Kitchen Fangs. Let's play Kitchen Fangs. See if that draws out the counter. First, we Colony Garden. This is so weird. Neobrand is a fair deck. We don't have to block as in we die, but we have to block to keep our life total high enough, I think. Play Kitchen Fangs. We have a new donation. Our first donation. Oh, it resolves? Does our opponent just have nothing? Okay. Our first donation of the night from McIntyre0591, $5 donation. Love the content, look forward to the streams every week. I think a good measure of how fair a deck is how much it mulligans. Neobrand Tron mulligan consistently 4 or 5 cards at specific card combinations. Oh, thank you so much for the donation, McIntyre. And I think that is a pretty good way, a good shortcut way to consider it. All right, let's play Strangleroot. If this resolves, then we should definitely be able to win. Resolves. Okay. So now we can Yawgmoth. Counter on Giralf's Messenger. Sack a plant. Now we're good. Now our opponent can't fizzle it with just a removal spell at least. Draw a card. And I think we got there. We had to be a little careful. All right, we'll pass the turn. We might as well just do an end step. Our opponent will have to use mana at some point, or on our opponent's upkeep is the most efficient time. So pass the turn. Opponent, see if they crack a land or anything. They crack their land. All right, so put a counter on Stoneforge. Sack Giralf's Messenger. We're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. Comes back into play. Drains our opponent. Stoneforge dies. Now, Yagmoth. Counter on Giralf's Messenger. Sack a Giralf's Messenger. Comes back into play. We've built up a big enough board that we're not dying to a single removal spell or cryptic command or whatever. Comes back into play, drains our opponent, down to 13. Counter on Giralf's Messenger. Opponent. Trying something, thinking they might try something. I think we got it. I think some of you are joking. Others, I'm not so sure. Opponent goes Snapcaster. Okay. For Path, sure. This doesn't ruin it though. Oh, I'm glad we played around stuff, or we would have probably lost. Path going to target Yagmoth. So now we put a counter on Giralf's Messenger, sacking Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks comes back into play. We have another new donation. Kitchen Finks comes back. This one from Zephyrnaut. Thank you so much, Zephyrnaut. I will get to your messages in 1 second. Let me finish this combo, hopefully, because we're very close to just winning. And now we go back to what we were doing before. Counter on Messenger, sack Messenger. We should be able to do this pretty quickly now. Returns, drains, counter, draw a card. Counter on Messenger. Opponent's down to 11. Sack Messenger. Comes back, drains. Draws a card. Counter on Messenger. Sack Messenger. Opponent's at 9. We're at 7. Comes back into play. Counter on Messenger. Sack Messenger. We go to 6. Opponent goes to 5. So we are very slowly winning the damage race. Opponent scoops it up and... I think we played that pretty well. If we just went for it earlier, I think we would have got blown off and possibly blown out and possibly lost. But we waited, got enough undying creatures that we could win through a removal spell. And Yawgmoth taking down the batter skulls. And now we have a new donation from Zephyrnaut. $10 donation. Thank you so much, Zephyrnaut. Wanted to ask you about my idea for Throne of Eldraine standard. I want to use Wilderness Wreck and Leyline Anticipation, or Vivian, War Vivian, with the adventure mechanic, cast my adventures on my turn, creatures on my opponent's turn. What do you think? Ooh, I hadn't really considered that, Zephyrnaut, but that actually sounds pretty sweet. You can use your mana main phase, adventure it, then flash in creatures during your opponent's turn. I like it. Maybe throw in, I really want to build adventures with Portal of Sanctuary. I think that's just, I love the idea of like locking people. Maybe Chulane as well would be perfect. Some sort of like Bant adventure. Cast your adventures, cast the creatures, pick them back up, reuse their abilities. I think that would be really sweet. But that sounds super sweet, Zephyrnaut. I mean, it seems like it could actually work. Thank you so much for the donation. What deck is your number one deck? You could build one deck. We heard Knights earlier. We saw some food decks. What is there outside of Knights and food? We heard about the Wilderness Wreck deck from our donation. What else is on the to build list? In this matchup, I think Pharika seems sweet. We can bring in like ways to deal with maybe like Wickerboro Elder, Reclamation Sage to deal with our opponent's swords and batter skulls and such. What do we not want? I guess we can probably go down a couple of Yawgmoths. They feel a little meh. Like, they are extra undying creatures. Maybe a Kitchen Finks and just try it like that. Close enough. I don't know about the sideboard. Lucky Clover. So how do you combo with Lucky Clover? So what is the plan? So what is the plan to combo with it? I'm very curious. Like, I could see how it could be good. Is there anything more than just using it for value, though? Hey, this sounds fine-ish. I was actually thinking about Sultai instead of Bant for Hero Downfall Adventure Guy, since Teferi is a thing. Yeah, that makes sense too. Teferi picking it up is nice as well. Step 1, get lucky. Now that there's another Tecatli Honor Guard, can we get some Goryo's Phage builds? Ooh. That could work. That could work. We got a bunch of Tecatli Honor Guard effects now. And just try to reanimate Phage on like turn 2. That actually sounds pretty hilarious. That sounds like a good Against Odds episode. Even though my deck is pretty good, do you know how to speed it up a bit? Ooh, let me see. Juice. Opponent plays 8 planes and ships the turn. Yeah, alright, Colony Garden, go. Awkward with Giralf's Messenger, but that's fine. Yarok Elementals, eh? Speeding it up is tricky. I'm not sure. I mean, I like the plan of it. Normally with decks like this, speeding it up is mostly adding more mana dorks. I guess maybe that's where I would look. Maybe along with Leafkin Druids could have something like Paradise Druid. I'm not sure if you need. I guess it depends on the meta. If you're playing best of 1 on Arena, then it might be different, but I don't know if I would personally in best of 3 play main deck 3 Healer of the Glades. That seems like it might not be 100% necessary. So that's where I would look for speeding it up personally. Dakigo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Really just accelerate and control. The 1 mana filter instant becomes a ritual, 2 mana double spell. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you're definitely not playing a speedy deck. You're playing a pretty grindy deck, but those are the most fun decks in my opinion, so... Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could Chord for 2. We can't play Geralf's Messenger. We could Eldritch Evolution also for 2. I think what we do here, I think we play a Swamp, and I think we just run out Wickerburrow Elder, actually. Let's play Wickerburrow Elder. Also pretty cute with Yawgmoth, because we can keep putting -1/-1 counters on it to keep blowing up more stuff, which is actually pretty sweet. Non-human mid-range. Wait, you're non-human mid-range? I don't think I've ever seen that. There is a... What do you think about the non-human thing in Throne of Eldraine? We haven't really seen a set like that. We've seen... Yeah, I guess that's true. We could Chord for 3 with Wall. We really want to go 4 for Yagmoth, though. That is our big payoff. Wow! Okay. That is fine. Path away, my friend, path away. We are down... Hey, what's up, Zach? How are you? Good to see you, good to see ya. I really got to catch you sometime when you're in Syracuse, Zach. Definitely that is on my list of things that I really need to do. Go out and get some dinner or something, whatever. Play some Magic. Alright. Colony Garden. Tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I guess we can attack with Wickerburrow Elder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can still Chord. Alright, yeah. Get in there with Wickerburrow Elder. Hit our opponent. And now we're waiting for the old tap out for us to be able to Chord up Yagmoth. Worst case, draw a bunch of cards. Best case, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Opponent ops. Sure. Certainly. I'll be back in the area tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Otherwise, I'd have to make a special trip. Ooh, so you're gonna be around? Ooh, I'll have to see. I'll have to see. Maybe we can catch up this weekend sometime. The non-human thing, it's kind of interesting. Like I like it for the flavor aspect of like the fairy tales versus the knights, but it reads kind of weird. We just haven't really seen that before. First had Exclusion Mage, but it rotates, of course. Maybe Frostlinks. Frostlinks is bad. Isn't bad. It's definitely not Exclusion Mage, I don't think, but it seems reasonable. Have you tried a Bant Unbound Flourishing? We've played a couple of Unbound Flourishing decks, but I'm not sure we've played a Bant build yet. I don't think so. Man. Well, we got Colony Gardens for days and days and days. Maybe we're just going on Wickerburrow Elder beatdowns. Hit our opponent. At some point, when our opponent taps out, we get to find Yagmoth. In worst case, we just draw a ton of cards, which seems pretty good. Epic Gamer Storm. Ooh, Jeskai Ascendancy Emery. That looks very interesting. Emery definitely has a lot of potential for Modern. What's your number 1 Modern card from Throne of Eldraine? We're getting ready to work on our top 10 lists, and I'm curious what people are excited for in Modern. I think we're going for it here. Is it true that the MTGO update that you can trade cards just like Arena? We're going to have to try it. I actually haven't tried it. I think it is time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, Chord for 4. There's a mana leak. That was expected. That's fine. Yup. Untap. Eldritch Evolution. Actually, do it this way. Eldritch Evolution. Singing Wall of Roots. Get Daddy. Yagmoth comes into play. Yeah, we gotta try dragging now. Yagmoth. I think we will sack a plant. Kill your Stoneforge. Yagmoth. We will also sack a plant. Kill your Stoneforge. We will play a Wall of Roots. We will play a Stranglerootgeist. Blooming Marsh. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Worst case, we get a new handful of cards, and this deck is feeling really good. Like, yes, we got jaked out by the combo against Vizier Druid, but this deck feels really sweet. It feels really sweet. I wish Outlaw's Merriment... I wish Outlaw's Merriment would be good, but it probably won't make the cut. I do too. The downside of cards like Teferi and Assassin's Trophy... they just kind of ruin... They kind of ruin some fun cards like Outlaw's Merriment, I think. And like the Magic Mirror, cards like that. It's so rough. Has Commander Clash ever posted a episode where Tomer plays Edric, you play Yarrick, Vince comes back to play Death and Taxes, Crib plays Teferi? I don't think we have, but that's actually a really good idea. The King and Green Legendary Artifact. Yeah, the Green Legendary Artifact. Good God, is that card insane for Commander. It's so good. It is so sweet. Potent. Looks like they're going to do some passing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we should have lethal here. We'll see what our opponent does. Opponent might need like Cryptic to... Oh, Thrike does too. Alright, so first off, sacrifice Strangleroot. This gives us lethal. Oh, opponent! No. That's not fun. Okay. Well, let's take a plant draw card. Cauldron seems like a powerful build around in Modern. Cauldron also seems very powerful, although there is a lot of graveyard hate in Modern too. We get a Birds of Paradise. Well... Alright, I guess we lose our Yawgmoth. Aww. Surgical. Wow, the greed is real. Yup. We draw a card. Go to combat. Hit our opponent with Wickerboro Elder. Down to 3. Play Giraffe's Messenger. Opponent goes to 1. Play Overgrowth Tube. Untapped. Play Thrag Daddy. Ugh. Actually, that might be wrong. Let's just play a Young Wolf. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Can you deal with it all? We got some undying creatures. You're at 1 life. Show me what you got. If it's Terminus, I'm going to cry. It better not be Terminus. Anything but Terminus. Have you ever peed your pants? Rumpelstiltskin. What kind of question is that? Didn't you have lethal killing your own birds? How would we have had lethal, though? Did I miss something? Definitely. I do miss things on occasion, so... Ooh. Alright, go to combat. Opponent's going to Cryptic. Well, let's try this. Opponent sees the Chord coming, knows Yagmoth is returning, runs away in fear, and this deck actually feels pretty good. This deck actually feels really good. Maybe we kind of ended up with a sweet deck tonight. Yagmoth is busted. It is so good. We could have corded for Messenger, too. We were just going to cord for Yawgmoth and sack stuff, but that works, too. It all works. The new blue land would be great with Miracles. The land cycle is so good. It is so much better. I see so many people that are kind of down on them. I saw some people saying they thought the common cycle was better. The rare land cycle is busted. It is so good. Busted might not be the wrong word, but I expect them to be incredibly heavily played in Standard. They should be some of the most played cards in the entire format, I think. Yeah, Settle the Wreckage would have been a blowout, but we could have played around it. Would we have played around it? Yeah. Would we remember to? That's another question. Hey, Farabat, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, what did you think of World Purge? Oh, it is a tough one, but we kind of got there. If you stick to it enough, persistence. When you got a ban against the odds deck, you just got to be persistent, and eventually it'll get there. And ban's not even the right word. Like, going into it, if you sit down and you're like, all right, what are we doing for against odds this week? We're going to get a Bear of Glory under Detention Sphere and cast World Purge. Going into it, you know it's gonna take a bit of things going right to actually pull off the combo, but you just gotta keep trying, keep having fun along the way, and hope for the best eventually. Mafia for the 3rd month. Thanks for all the great content. Well, thank you for the resub. Big scoops here for our resubscriber. And before we jump into our next round, and maybe we get to Mo Mir tonight too or something, a reminder, our sponsor tonight, Card Kingdom, and they got you covered with Throne of Eldraine. Get them for pre-orders, all that sweet stuff. Snag what you need. Get ready for Throne of Eldraine Standard. Thank you so much for them for supporting the stream. And, oh, wait, is this a new one? Oh, we do have new ones. And you can get a Saffron Olive sticker if you want. So Thrill of Possibilities card is super good. Thrill of Possibilities is basically instant speed Tormenting Voice, and Tormenting Voice already kind of playable. Having it be instant speed makes it even better. I think that card's going to see play, like it with the draw 2 card effects in Eldraine. And what does the red common land do? I'm very curious about this. Enters a battlefield tapped unless you go 3 or more mountains. When Dwarven Mine enters a battlefield untapped, create a 1/1 red dwarf token. That seems good. Like, if you're playing mono red in Standard, why would you not play this? Why would you not play it? Maybe you could even play it in Modern as a surprise blocker with fetch lands, although needing 3 mountains beforehand is asking a lot, but that's actually very strong. These lands are so good. They're so good. I mean, for being a common, that's a very powerful Magic card. Dredge is going to love it. Phoenix is alive. It's definitely mono red prison, make a chump blocker. Like, it seems like just a good Magic card in general. Normally lands making a token like that. We were playing Colony Garden and it makes a 0/1. This one can actually like attack Dwarf Tribal, play it with 7 dwarves, go to town. So many possibilities. I wish I could order from Card Kingdom, but I'm from England, so shipping and taxes are so high. If I end up ordering them though, I make sure to use affiliate. I did when I bought my first Modern deck, 12 vote, the only time I use Card Kingdom. Well, Suzuki, definitely understandable if you're outside the United States. If you're outside the United States, probably use like Magic Card Market or whatever your local game store is. If I was living outside the United States, I probably wouldn't use Card Kingdom or any of the US-based sites either, just because shipping and taxes, can't do much about that. I did see, what did you think of, I wonder if they have the article up yet. Did any of you watch the Wizard stream? What do you think of this special product? Like, Throne of Eldraine Deluxe Collector's Edition. What do you think about this? Maybe this is bad timing. Maybe we should be doing our match first. But I actually am very curious. This is keepable. If we draw a Yagmoth, it becomes very good. Ooh, Eldrazi. And Eldrazi Temple. Everyone's favorite land, Eldrazi Temple. Well, Birds of Paradise, go. Alright. If they have 2 Eldrazi Temples and play Thought Knot, I'm going to be disappointed. Opponent. No second Eldrazi Temple, please. It's fine. What product haven't seen it? We'll talk about it after the game. It's I think the most expensive product they have printed so far. Ghost Quarter. Okay. And Mind Stone. Opponent getting their ramp on. And passes. Well, play Twilight Mire. Play... Man, we need a Yawgmoth. That's what we really want. Play a Geralf's Messenger. Drain our opponent. Pass the turn. Temple is the definition of fair. It taps for 2 mana. My mind's on combos from EDH this week. Can you explain how this deck works? So, this deck, Zach, what we're mostly looking for, we don't have our Yagmoth at the moment, but if we can draw Yagmoth, then it'll make more sense. But the basic combo is Yawgmoth, which lets you pay a life, sack a creature to put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 creature and draw a card, along with 2 undying creatures. And then you can use Yawgmoth to sack an undying creature, especially Geralf's Messenger, because it drains for 2 when it comes into play. So you sack it, it comes back into play with a +1/+1 counter. Then you sack the second undying creature to put a -1/-1 counter on the first undying creature to get rid of the +1/+1 counter, because they just kind of counteract each other. And then you just keep doing that back and forth. So sack Geralf's Messenger, counter on Strangleroot, sack Strangleroot, counter on Geralf's Messenger, counter on Strangleroot, back and forth, drain our opponent out of the game, also draw a ton of cards with Geralf's Messenger or Blood Artist. So that's kind of the main plan. 2 undying creatures along with Yawgmoth. If one of them's Geralf's Messenger, we just win. Otherwise, Blood Artist wins, or we just draw a ton of cards and win from there. I will say, I was watching the stream earlier, and they opened a couple of collector's boosters. The variance is a little scary to me. I was thinking, if you're going to pay, like, $30, $40 for a booster, that you'd probably, like, those, like, promo boosters, or the standard showdown boosters. Whoa! Alright. That's actually a little annoying against our hand. Ooh. That's less annoying, though. Does this let us win? It might. Is this a turn 3 combo kill? We play Yawgmoth, we sack Geralf's Messenger, we sack Birds of Paradise. I think that's game. So, oh, is it game? I think it is. So we play... I think we got him. So we go to combat. We get in with Geralf's Messenger, hit our opponent. To speed up our combo a little bit. Yeah, this deck has been super sweet, Noseja. Hit our opponent, down 2. 15. And, yeah, but I was surprised. The one booster they opened, it felt like they got not very much value, especially for the price. Like, all the special cards, or most of the special cards, felt like they were just random commons. I was like, ew. That's rough for the price tag. So play the land. Play Yawgmoth. Play Eldritch Evolution. Sacking Geralf's Messenger. Comes back into play. Drain our opponent. Get Yagmoth. And now we do our loop. Yawgmoth, counter on Geralf's Messenger, sacking Birds of Paradise. And now it's death time. So now we can sacrifice Geralf's Messenger. Comes back, drain our opponent. And that's infinite. And we get to draw cards along the way. We lost to Vizier Druid that just combo killed us on turn 3 with Thoughtseize on turn 1 every game. We won game 1, but then, because we had a fast Yawgmoth, but... So we put counter on Geralf's Messenger, sack Yawgmoth. Comes back, gets rid of the +1/+1 counter to turn Undying back on. Then we put a counter on Yawgmoth, sacking Geralf's Messenger, returns to the battlefield. And we do this a few more times. End result, opponent going to be super dead. I guess we can start auto-yielding the stuff. Yawgmoth, counter on Geralf's Messenger, sack Yawgmoth. Returns. Counter on Yawgmoth, sack Geralf's Messenger. Returns. And drains. and then counter on Geralf's Messenger, sack Yawgmoth. Then counter, I say, this time on Yawgmoth, sack Geralf's Messenger. Then this time, counter on Geralf's Messenger, sack Yawgmoth. And opposite this time, Yawgmoth, sack Geralf's Messenger. Then this time, Geralf's Messenger, sack Yawgmoth. Then this time, Yawgmoth, sack Geralf's Messenger. And then this time, Messenger, Yawgmoth. And last but not least, Yawgmoth, Geralf's Messenger. And that is a turn 3 Yagmoth infinite combo kill. We also drew a million cards along the way. That was kind of impressive. So, before we go to the next round, if you missed the announcement of this product, they just announced it this afternoon. Yeah, the deck is sweet. The deck is pretty sweet. I don't know how I feel about this. So it is $450. You buy it directly from Wizards. Limited one per person. They are shipping to many non-North American places this time, but I don't think all of them. You get 16 collector's boosters. You get this Garrick something poster. I think it has a better name than that. It's like better than a poster, but you get a part of a foil sheet. You get this high class binder, I guess, and you get a Garrick full extended border, like borderless, and also the buy a box promo. So that's what you get essentially in the nice box, along with a mega code on Magic Arena, which gives you, I think, 5 or 6 one copy of 5 or 6 mythics and a card style for them, I think was the main giveaway, which kind of like the Megamorph of codes. It sounds good. Oh, it has a whole list here. Yeah, on Arita, you get a Garrick, Charming Prince, Magic Mirror, Witch's Vengeance, Bonecrusher Giant, Questing Beast. I don't know. I mean, I like the collector's boosters. I've seen people complaining about collector's boosters. I am 100% fine with Wizards making like high-end products for people that want them. That is not an issue for me at all. I know some people are bothered by that. I think that that's super fine. If there's a market for like high-end promos and stuff, I'm super okay with Wizards making those. They're not necessarily for me, although it would be cool to do a box opening of one just because it's kind of a unique product. But I don't know. I feel bad for the local game stores, because from hearing from local game store owners, it sounds like the supply of the collector's boosters was really limited for local game stores, which is why they're selling for so much. And it seems like the reason Wizards did that was to be able to get more hype for selling them themselves, which, Ooh, Max, my email is saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com, or you can send it in the chat as well. Yeah, $450 is a bit steep. That's a lot of money. We're going to keep this, even though we have only one land, but we have a lot of good cards for the matchup. Shriekmaw's really good. Farika seems sneaky good. Hopefully we just draw an untap land to play our dork. Yeah, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com is my... Ooh, alright, is my email. Overgrown Tomb, untapped, Birds of Paradise. That was a good draw. Now we're off to the races. We'll see how quickly our opponent can Tron us, but... Opponent. Hey Seth, do you have any plans to update Helix Pinnacle? We just had, if you did not read the Against Odds article today, we have our first Classic Against Odds poll, where we're updating, well, redoing old cards for the first time ever. So, I'm sure we will get to Helix Pinnacle at some point. It wasn't in our first batch, but I think we will get there. Chalice on 1. Yup. Opponent passes. Hopefully our opponent doesn't just luck into Tron. That would be sad. What is our plan? I think we'll just... Let's just... do we need a clock? We might. I want to play Wall of Roots, but I feel like we might need to Kitchen Finks. Yeah, let's Kitchen Finks. Land untapped. Run out Kitchen Finks. This sets us up to maybe Eldritch Evolution for Yawgmoth and start doing that stuff. So Kitchen Finks, Gates of Life, pass the turn. if Worldfire ever gets a second day in the sun, I've got a list for you. Ooh, Worldfire's another sweet one. My wife wants you to update Vampire's budget. I want to update Vampire's budget too. I've been waiting for the Vampires in Standard to rotate for the most part. So then Sorin would hopefully get cheaper, because I think Sorin is the biggest update. Also, the further away we get from Hogak, we'd be able to hopefully have Blood Gasket a little cheaper, because those are two big ones. Do you talk to friends with other content creators like Wedge, the Professor, the guy from Strictly Better MTG? You could do a crossover. A crossover would definitely be sweet. Yeah, I talked to Brian and Wedge a lot, or yeah, Professor and Wedge a lot. Evan, Irwin from Magic Mics and Cool Stuff. Definitely, I talked to a lot of people on Twitter, but I talked to a lot of the YouTube people. Also Vince, we've done crossovers before, so more crossovers in the future could be a sweet idea. Is Abzan Rights on the list? Abzan Rights, this was specifically for Against the Odds, but revisiting other decks is on the list as well. But yeah, Abzan Rights was, I think, Budget Magic originally, and then we like 5-0'd with it, didn't we, on stream? I am playing Mo Mir in Arena. I get the dino that deals 2 damage. I saw someone get that against me the other day, and it was like hilariously bad. Colony Garden. Well, I mean, I guess we just Eldritch Evolution our Kitchen Finks. Yeah, Eldritch Evolution Kitchen Finks. Comes back. We get Yagmoth. Ooh, we could get Acidic Slime. That would be sweet. Huh. Oh, Yawgmoth is so much value. We're taking Yawgmoth. It's too much value to pass up. Play a Colony Garden. I can't resist the card draw. I don't know if it's right. It's probably not, but I can't resist it. There are random old cards on Arena Mo Mir now, including Grizzlebrad. So yes, I haven't got it personally, but I've talked to enough people, and I've seen other old cards that I believe that it is definitely true. Magic for me is about drawing cards. That is my number one goal. Well, pass the turn. Opponent. So they misread Eldritch Evolution. Please, not the missing Thran piece. No power plant. No power plant today. Well, now we can start grinding, at least. You got a Grizzlebrand and lost? Ooh, that's a little rough. Opponent. Thought Not Part 2. Sure. I guess they take Farika, probably. Farika would be sweet. We could sack our stuff and then make make some snacks. Let's make some snacks. And listen to elemental music. Yeah, Blazing Archon is busted. I don't know why they put Blazing Archon in there. The cards, they're really funny, the cards they chose, because some of them just do nothing, and then other ones are like the most busted cards in the format, or like some of the best cards in the format. There's not much middle ground. Opponent goes to combat. Attack. So we will block with Kitchen Finks. Attack Kitchen Finks. Put a counter on Throne of Eldraine. Ooh, awesome, Max. I would love to see it. All right, another land. Untap. Yawgmoth, at least we can keep sacking it. I think we try to draw into combo pieces and win. So, sack up. Or we just wait and block. I think we got to draw, though. Sack a plant. Counter on Thought Not Seer. Man, Yagmoth is... Oh, that is a good one. Wait, is that... I think that's lethal. Oh, no. Oh, no. It would have been lethal, but there's a chalice on one. You didn't see that, chat. You didn't see that. That was not a thing that just happened. I swear. Play Colony Garden. Make a plant. Counter on Thought Not Seer, sack the plat. Wall of Fruits. Well, play Giralf's Messenger. Drain our opponent. And now I guess we just pass. Oh, we had it too. We would have had infinite, but we messed that up slightly, just a little bit. Opponent, what you got? What you got? Yeah, you were right for Sunday. There is a chalice on one. Today I learned. Proliferate with Yagmoth? Yeah, I always forget about that tax. It's so much less... it makes us discard a card, which is so much less fun than drawing a card. But you're right, we probably should take advantage of that more. Would a one of Gary be worth it? I mean, maybe as Eldritch Evolution Chord of Calling target. It could be sweet. I kind of like that idea. Opponent, Reality Smasher? Reality Smasher. Sure. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. So now let's see. We block with Yawgmoth here. Block with Yawgmoth. Counter on Thought Knot, Sector Alf's Messenger. Man, Yagmoth just dominates games. It's really, yeah, I like Gary a lot too. Oh. Okay. Well, now we let that go because Eldritch Evolution, I think, should be lethal. Fern Catacombs. So now we can Eldritch Evolution. Birds of Paradise. Get Gray Merchant. Drain our opponent. And now it's combo time. Play Wall of Roots. No Chalice on 2. And then, let's see. Counter on you. Sack you. Returns. Drains. And that looks like a combo through double Thought Knot Seer. And I think this deck is just actually legit. This might just be like a super legit deck. I guess that needs to resolve. And then you, counter on you, sack you. Boing boing, returns. And then you, counter on you, sack you. And then you, counter on you, sack you. And then I say you, counter on you, sack you. Man, we had just enough life this time. Counter on you, sack you. And one more Gray Merchant. And yup. Whoo! 3-1. 3-1. If we could have, and we've, oh, wow. Not only are we 3-1, we've only lost games against that devoted Vizier combo. We won game 1 and then just got comboed on turn 3, both games 2 and 3. That's the only game we've lost with this deck. This deck actually feels really good. The kids are already eating, and they might be really eating. If we can win one more round and go 4-1, I think that's a decent amount of treasure chest, like 5 or something. That's a good snack for the kids. The kids will be happy about that. Hey, welcome, Putulu. Finish building my janky modern deck revolving around endless horizons. The payoff is you exile lands and then kill them with Goblin Charbelcher. Ew, that sounds super fun. Endless Belcher. And Rayusi for the 2nd month. Hey, Seth, I cannot wait to see you at the DC Commander event. Ooh, yes, that'll be fun. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, I'm hopeful that I will be DC Commandering. It does seem pretty fun. Endless Belching. Yeah, we played a version of this before. I like the budget friendliness of this build. It seems pretty budget friendly. Almost down $150, and that's with the Angel's Graces in the sideboard. Definitely cool. Charbelcher is a cool card, and Mono White Charbelcher is even cooler. Ooh, Dog of Myth, up to 52 gift subs, handing out a couple more to Ultra Dude, and also Eric. Welcome you both to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big soups cheers for our new subscribers. Any chance you'll be at any other Magic Fest GPs this year? I don't have any scheduled. I think / hope that I might be at Command Fest in DC in December. Not technically a GP, but kind of close. So that's one I will hopefully be at. Not 100% yet, but hopefully. Otherwise, I don't have any others that are actually on my schedule yet. I'll have to look at the schedule and see. I might be able to snag another East Coast event or two. But I'm not sure. I'll have to look up what Magic Fests are. I'm not sure what else is actually, like, somewhat close to me for the rest of 2019. Portland, Oklahoma City, Brisbane, Columbus. I guess Columbus is, like, not super duper far. Richmond? Columbus would probably be the most likely. And it's also modern. So, yeah, I think as far as 2019 goes, Columbus would be the most likely, but that's not official or anything. I'm just thinking of that right now. Oh, I wish I made it to Riot Fest, but no, I didn't end up making it. With GP Vegas and then taking time off for vacation, I just didn't have the time, unfortunately, to make it out there, and it being spoiler season. It just lined up poorly with, unfortunately, with vacation and spoiler season and all that. But, yeah, I wish. Did you go there, Erica? I really wanted to see the Ween set, and also the Flaming Lip set. Those were the two that I really wanted to see. Astrolabe. Alright, looks like we are getting Urza'd. Thankfully, we do have a lot of artifact hint in our sideboard, so we'll see. We could also just combo off. That also is an acceptable plan. Well, land, untapped. We actually... we can kind of go infinite, but we don't have a payoff at the moment. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Down to 16. Zelinzog for the 7th month. Can't wait for you to win with Happily Ever After. Me either. That's a deck at the very top of my Against Odds list. I'm so glad they printed that. Riot Fest was the best concert you've been to in my life. Who was the best band that you saw, Shizer? Or your favorite band? Ooh, there's a Thopter Foundry. Opponent's getting close. Opponent passes. Well, play Blooming Marsh. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Next turn, we can, like, draw a lot of our deck, but we need a Blood Artist to actually close it out. Hit our opponent to 12. Play a Yawgmoth. Pass the turn. Hope we don't get Urza'd. Happily Ever After into Planewide Celebration. Yes, that is the combo piece I kind of landed on, too. Also, can play, like, Niv Mizzet is another good option, and that draws a bunch of cards with, like, Fabro Elder. So, I think that it might be possible to actually make it work. Opponent, Hallowed Fountain, untapped. And... passes. That untap land, eh? Well, go to combat. Do some attacking. What should I be worried about from blue-white Urza? Opponent down to 6. Urborg. Well, I guess we're going for Urza, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Urza. Come on. Nothing. Nothing. Probably gonna be like Whir for Sorcerous Spyglass. Yeah, the 5-color token was like throwaway text, but now it actually like kind of makes sense in hindsight. We're X1, so we're for Pithing Needle, I assume. Yup. Well, alright, let's see what our opponent's got. We got a beat down board that could be lethal. Our Yagmoth isn't going to work. Yagmoth might just be better than Urza. We'll see. Opponent untaps. Do they have their Urza? Can they go infinite? There's Inventor's Fair. If they have Urza and the sword, then they go infinite and win. But we have a ton of artifact in our sideboard. Construct. Oh, they have the full combo. Okay, Ichor Wellspring. That's not lethal. No sword. No sword. Sacks Wellspring. Draws a card. Makes a dork. Bobble. Oh, this is super close. Opponent, Chromatic Star. This is a pretty eggy build of Urza. Cracks it. Draws a card. Pithing Needle number 2. Yawgmoth. Opponent. Passes. Well, ha. Ha 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 ha. So we get to Shriekmaw. I mean, I guess we got to Shriekmaw Urza? It's tempting to Shriekmaw the Construct. But then Urza lives, which we probably can't have. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, it's not artifacts anyway. Alright. Yeah. Shriekmaw. Shriekmaw with old bad tags. Alright. Well, cast Shriekmaw. Opponent sacks a Pithing Needle. We kill Urza. We go to combat. How do we even do this? Alright, pass the turn. 2 Pithing Needles in the main deck. That's not good. Dizzy Turtle, welcome to the Fishbowl. Opponent gains another life. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. That's true. Yagmoth has protection from Urza, but unfortunately not from this massive construct. Well, that's a lot of Urzas and a lot of Pithing Needles. Opponent. Astrolabe draws a card. Polluted Delta. Opponent. So I think we need Eldritch Evolution or Chord of Calling. Giralf's Messenger. Oh, we're giving our opponent infinite time. Giralf's Messenger. Drainia. Oh, we would have won and a half if it wasn't for Pithing Needle. We would have won many times over by now. Well, pass the turn. Opponent cracks Bobble to draw a card. Yeah, opponent's... Oh, this is... Alright, this is game. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if our opponent Inventor's Fairs, then they win. So yeah, this one's over. Oh, so close. Yagmoth should have Infect. That would push up the power level. Opponent, Inventor's Fair, yep, infinite in every way, Sword of the Meek. Alright, well now we get to go to sideboarding and bring in a lot of artifact hate. Little bit rough. Main deck Pithing Needle, apparently good against our deck. Who would have guessed? So we get to bring in 2 Oofs, 2 Rex Sages, a Wickelboro Elder. We could even bring in Leyline of the Voids. I wonder if Leyline of the Void is worth it. It shuts down... Huh. It shuts down the infinite combo. Yeah, Pithing Needle is super good. And it was just hanging out in the main deck, which most decks don't have it. Urza is one of the only decks that can get away with that. Huh. I wonder if it's worth bringing in ley lines. Or if we just try to fight the artifacts. The problem, like, leyline is good. The question is, do we have to cut too many of our important cards to try to make it work? That's kind of the main concern. Yeah, that would have been great. If we could have got our acidic slime to kill the pithing needle, it would have been very, very big swing in our favor. So we can trim some stuff. I feel like our opponent's deck can win through leyline. All right, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it like that. Hey, see you, Gudgel. All right. Artifact Hayden, no ley lines. Let's see if we can keep our winning ways rolling for one more. One more. Am I a bad person if I play 13 cards out of my cardboard in one turn? Whoa, how did you pull that off? That's pretty impressive. All right, I mean, we're going to try this. Chord of Calling can get Collector Oof. This is a little slower than we were dreaming about, but Collector Oof seems pretty good. Are we going 4-1? Maybe. We're down a game in round 5, so we got to win 2 in a row. But if we do, we are. Marsh Flats, go. We got to feed the kids. I mean, we guaranteed the kids a little snack at least. Scalding Tarn for our opponent. Mishra's Bobble for our opponent. Oh, boy. Oh, God almighty. Oh, Lord. Huh. Well, maybe our opponent just has a really fast hand. Nile Spellbomb. And a million redraws waiting. Wow, what a crazy hand for our opponent. Well, we want to draw Collector Oof off the top rather than cording for it eventually. That's not it. Well, Catacombs cracks it. Yeah, with this start from our opponent, our plan of cording out Collector Oof might just be way too slow. Strangleroot, guys, get in for 2. Opponent, 17. Pass the turn. Opponent's going to refill their hand. Sacks a Bobble, takes a peek. Untaps, draws a card. Opponent. Goblin Engineer, that's another good one. Gets a Thopter Foundry, so that'll be coming next turn. Well, opponent plays a Breeding Pool tapped, passes. Birds of Paradise would have been super sweet on turn 1, but get in with Strangleroot, guys. And our opponent, 15, Blooming Marsh. Well, let's see if we remain in the land of the living. It is not a guarantee. Kitchen Figs, pass the turn. Are we dead? That's a big question. They can get back their Thopter Foundry. Do they got combo pieces to go with it? Urza's the worst. If they have Urza to go with it and Sword, it's just literal game. All right, opponent. Astrolabe draws a card. And opponent. Pithing Needle. Okay, sure. Will Urza kill Yawgmoth? That is the question. This is a classic Magic battle happening before your eyes. Using Planebound Accomplice to loop Karn with Koth, you get infinite red mana without a real win con, so you just play entire Karn board. That's super cool, Shiverbane. I like it. Opponent. Passes. Oh no. Back to the Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle plan. Well, play Forest. Play Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. All right, we gotta go. We gotta oof. We gotta oof it. Yeah, collector oof. Now we need a way to get rid of the Pithy Needle, so then we can get down Yagmoth, then we can win the game. What is your impression of the new Blue-Red Bitter Blossom? I think it's sweet, although I'm a little worried about like Narsets and stuff, but it seems like it can be very powerful when built around fully. Potent. Passes. Yawgmoth will play Twilight Mire. Can we attack with Oof? Is there any... we better not. Let's just attack with these two. Opponent has Assassin's Trophy. These Pithing Needles are really making our day hard. Very, very difficult. Opponent gonna start sacking their board, making Thopters. Blocks Kitchen Finks. Gets back Astrolabe. Well, we had the answer, and our opponent had the answer to the answer, and I think that means we're in a lot of trouble. Well, we learned that our deck is awesome, but Pithing Needle is really good against it. Yeah, I think we're in a bit of a rough spot. Opponent passes. Another card that would be really good if only there was not a Pithing Needle. Well, play Blood Artist. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Opponent. Gonna do their loopy sacky stuff. Up to 15. Makes a Thopter. Blocks. If we draw an Artifact Destruction spell, we win. But we gotta draw it before our opponent draws their combo and wins. We have like a bunch of Chord Callings, a bunch of Eldritch Evolutions. We're so close. Hey, thank you, Max. Have a good night. And yeah, send me the deck list. Opponent, Astrolabes. Draws another card. To Ted. Well, play the Yawgmoth. Pass the turn. Can we draw an answer to the needle in time? Opponent cracks Chord of Calling. Steam Vents. Tapped. Sure. Opponent. Snow-covered Island. Another Goblin Engineer. Alright, their combo has been assembled. So here comes the Infinite Thopters. Yup, Sword of the Meek. I think our dream is dying. Opponent passes. Oh, these Pithing Needles. So the thing we've learned about this deck is it's very powerful, but I feel like it's like misbuilt by like 5 cards maybe. It's like so close to where you want it to be, but it's just like just barely not there. I feel like the deck wants Assassin's Trophy and Fatal Push. Like, I think just a little bit of interaction, and we probably go 5-0 instead of 3-2. Like, I think that's the TLDR. It's like very powerful and very good, but just missing a couple of important pieces. Well, they don't actually sacrifice creatures for their loop is a problem. They sacrifice this Sword of the Meek. So they're not actually losing any life to Blood Artist. I mean, we'll stay in it on the off chance that somehow we... I think with 2 Goblin Engineers, we can't actually win anyway, because they can get back the needle even if we kill it. So our opponent's just been good at drawing a needle. Should this deck be mulliganed as aggressively as Thran does? As Thran does? Oh, no, this deck you don't want to mulligan very aggressively, I don't think. Opponent draws the Urza, infinite in every way, and we will scoop it up. So the deck was super good. Why would you not attack? I mean, we just lose our board to a bunch of Thopters that return for free anyway, so I don't think there's any real value to attacking. South North, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Not enough Mongoose is enjoying the content and enjoying the interaction. Well, thank you, South North. So this deck, I feel like it was very competitive and good. We lost twice. Once we lost to our opponent playing main deck Pithing Needle. Not a ton we can do about that. I mean, we have an Acidic Slime we can tutor up in the main deck. Maybe Assassin's Trophy or 2 in the main deck would be a nice just kind of catch-all. But, I mean, what can you do? There's not many decks in the format that can play Pithing Needle, and even the one that can usually is like a one-of. So I think it's just kind of like unfortunate there. On the other hand, when we played against Vizier Druid, we got incredibly punished for not having any interaction. I mean, our opponent did have insane draws in both games that they won, but it's also kind of true that we have a Shriekmaw and 4-mana Yawgmoth with a bunch of creatures as ways to potentially stop a Vizier Remedies, a Devoted Druid. So I feel like playing no targeted removal in the 75, that's probably not 100% right. We have... I don't know. That would be my thinking, is we probably need like 2 or 3 Fatal Pushes somewhere, maybe in the sideboard, and a couple of Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, Engineer could be fine, or Plague Engineer could be fine too, but I feel like it's, this deck, it felt really good, and it was really fun, and Yagmoth is definitely busted. You saw... Whenever it wasn't being Pithing Needled, it just dominates the game, and it dominates games even when it's not comboing. Just, like, being able to kill our opponent's stuff, draw a bunch of cards, it's an insane, busted, really strong Magic card that people should think of in the same way as, like, maybe not quite Urza, but the other good mythics from Modern Horizons. Like, Yagmoth is as good as scary as the rest of them. People just don't actually play them, so... Oh, well, thank you, Deadpine. Anyway, we have 1 treasure chest to open. 1 single treasure chest, which means we still did feed the kids, and it was still a good performance for Yagmoth, even though we were so close to having it be so much more. Anyway, 1 chest. What do we find? What do we get? We get, ooh, a bunch of play points and... the biggest Orin Viper, Orin Frostfang. I actually kind of like this card. It's a card that I want to play in Commander, but I kind of feel like it needs to be in a deck with a lot of cheap creatures, I think. You want to, like, curve out more or less, almost like an Edric deck, and then play Frostfang and just refill your hand. But it's definitely a super sweet card, for sure. And we got our money's worth with the play points, so that's a win as well. Ooh, so, yeah. Anyway... I think, what are we going to do? So what do you want to do for the last half hour or so of the stream? We can either just play a game or 2, or we could do some Mo Mir battles. What are y'all feeling for the end of our stream? We could jump over to Arena and do Mo Mir on Arena as well. That's another possibility. Oh, well, thank you, Zach. Mo Mir. Well, if you want a Mo Mir, then send me a challenge, and we will Mo Mir. Send me a challenge. I will accept it. We can wrap up with we can probably get in at least one game of Mo Mir. Maybe two. Maybe. Have you seen the Oko tokens deck for New Standard? Yeah, a couple people put it in the chat. I mean, it's a cool idea. Oko with a Dreadhorde invasion has been a combo that has seemed like it could be powerful. It'll be interesting to see what it's like once kind of the metagame is available and we have Magic Online and Arena and stuff. That'll be kind of interesting. I'm always a little bit. I usually take results from like cockatrice type programs with a little bit of a grain of salt, just based on my personal experience. But it definitely looks like a fun idea with some fun synergies. That's for sure. It would be nice to see you suggest changes to a deck like this, then make those and play a game to see how it goes. Yeah, I think I like that idea. I think one of the challenges is it's hard to see the changes in action in just a game or two, because it's so like the changes for this deck would be like, I don't know about this Chameleon Colossus. Maybe we just didn't hit the matchups where it's good. But like go down the Chameleon Colossus, maybe go down a Rex Sage for a couple of Fatal pushes, and then in the main deck it would probably maybe the Fatal pushes go in the main deck, and then Assassin's Trophy goes in the sideboard. I don't actually know if I have Assassin's Trophy in my collection at the moment, though. Oh, I do. All right. So I think it would be something. I think the changes would be something along those lines. I guess the Shriekmaw is fine. The question would be what to cut. Probably like a Yawgmoth and maybe a Kitchen Finks. I think that my changes would be something along those lines. And we can definitely give it a shot. But whether or not we'll actually see those cards or the matchups come into play in just a match or two, that's kind of the hard part. What's with the pack you always have? So it's when you first open a Magic Online account, at least this was a while ago when I opened the account, but when you first open an account, they give you a new player pack, oh dear, that has a bunch of useless cards in it, and they just clutter up your collection, and they're really hard to get rid of. So I just didn't open it to avoid that. I think they have changed the system a lot since that point. They're like these gold bordered cards that you can't actually play in events, but if you happen to be looking for a real version of one of them and type it into your collection, you will still end up having it show up and have to filter through it. So, but they have changes since then, and they actually announced some really big updates to Magic Online. Oh, we gotta try dragging to cast a spell. We haven't actually tried that yet. I keep doing it the way I've always done it, but apparently you can drag to cast spells now, and then you can create accounts for free, which is pretty awesome. If it's something you've been thinking about testing out, which is a pretty big improvement. What is the WWX card that returns creatures until end of turn? Ooh, wait, are we thinking like Rally the Ancestors type effect? Yeah, Rally the Ancestors is definitely sweet. Rally could be fun in this. Oh, it's mono blue Tron, I see. Opponent passes. Well, this Chalice the Void is actually super obnoxious. I didn't think it was going to be, but it kind of is. We have some good answers in the sideboard, but I'm getting the feeling our stuff's probably all going to get countered. Go to combat. Get in with Strangleroot, guys. Yeah, I could probably find you the list. Jay Zoller, 3 years. 3 years ago, and you still had a better beard than Pleasant Kenobi had now. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Supermod Jay Zoller. Oh my God. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I think I've lost my will to play this match. Bluetron with Stumble into Tron on turn 3. Yikes, or turn 4. not going to end well. Our stuff just going to get countered, and then eventually they're going to Thran us. Yeah, the article variant is here. But yeah, you can read all about the updates and changes there. But definitely some good changes. Oh, we still haven't tried dragging a spell. Well, go to combat, attack. We'll try dragging our Yagmoth into our opponent's counter spell. Huh. Alright. I mean... I mean, it works. It's a little different, though. I think part of the appeal of dragging your spell on Arena, for better or worse, usually better, but sometimes worse, is the auto tapper. So you can just kind of like throw stuff around haphazardly and it automatically plays. When you're playing Magic where you need to actually tap your lands and so forth, I don't know. Dragging a spell loses a lot of its appeal. Oh boy, Blue Thran. Sure. Counter away, opponent. Counter away. Yeah, I don't think I will do much dragging. At least at this point. They mentioned eventually having some sort of auto-tap feature. If there's an auto-tap feature... Alright, Ugin. Well, now we can scoop it up. And, I mean, so this is a match where our Fatal Pushes... Our changes to the deck actually just really didn't do anything. I guess having a couple Assassin's trophies in the side... Alright, Tawnos. It has been accepted. A Mo Mir match against Tawnos. That is one of our best matches. Give me just a minute, Tawnos. This match is going to end very, very shortly. Because our opponent's playing Thran, and Thran is really miserable. Alright. So bring in stuff, cut stuff, lose to Thran. I think that's our main plan here. Oh, Thran. Why? Why does Thran always survive the bannings? Well, it might go a little longer because we have a Damping Sphere, but we will definitely play Mo Mir, Tawnos, I promise. Colony Garden. Make it dork. Go. Opponent. Expedition map. Sure. Well, Blooming Marsh. Run out a Damping Sphere. Go. Well, now our opponent's got to kill Damping Sphere before they go super crazy. What would you ban to hit Thran decks? Personally, I just think that Thran probably shouldn't be part of the format, like the lands themselves. Although, hitting the deck, the easiest way to like hit the deck with still having it be a deck would be to get rid of something like Ancient Stirrings, I guess. That would hit on other decks too. I guess you could also hit like Expedition Map or something. But I don't know. I just don't think that Thran really leads to an appealing playstyle. It's kind of the like reveal your opening hand and someone wins style of Magic, which I don't think is, I don't know. I just don't think it's a very, very appealing or healthy playstyle for the format. And it is very strong. Blue Thran isn't as strong as other forms of Thran, but in general. But Thran in general is very strong. Opponent passes. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Hit our opponent. Down to 15. And I think we have to play, unfortunately, a Damping Sphere, or else we risk just losing to, like, repeal Thran, Ugin. Opponent. Counters Damping Sphere. Sure. Oh, maybe we're going to just lose through the Damping Sphere. Thran without Planeswalkers leads to fun decks. That's true, but I don't think you could ban... Like, casual Thran can be fun. casual Tron can lead to fun decks. You can play like crazy stuffy dolls and Star of Extinctions. So I can see how casual Tron can lead to fun things. But from a more like tournament focused perspective, no one actually plays cards a fun way. They try to do the most broken thing with them. And even if you ban like Karn or something, I think Tron would still be pretty annoying and not super fun. Yeah, we're going to try it. It'll probably get countered here. Don't worry, Thanos. I'm coming, I promise. Did it resolve? Ooh, it did resolve. Yeah, I guess we blow up the tower. Opponent. Tapping, tapping. Alright, they bounce the Damping Sphere, but they lose Tron. If they still have Tron next turn, that's going to be really bad. Alright, Power Plant. I mean, worst case, we could just restart Thanos if it does end up timing out and do our Mo Mir match after. Bone it. Thirst for Knowledge goes drawing. Well, I mean, maybe we just tempo them. We get to play, like... We get to play, like, Damping Sphere plus something. Opponent passing. Yagmoth. We'll go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. Down to 7. Play Eldritch Evolution. Giralf's Messenger. Opponent down to 5. Yeah, let's just take Collector Roof. And play Damping Sphere. Cuts out some of our opponent's potential outs. Pass the turn. Opponent. Yeah, we need to actually combo off 2 Undying creatures with Yagmoth, basically. Preferably one of them being Giralf's Messenger to actually drain our opponent, but other ones can work with Blood Artist as well. But you basically can infinitely sack, well, almost infinitely, as long as you don't kill yourself with the 1 life you gotta pay with Yagmoth. But you can sacrifice back and forth many times by removing the +1/+1 counter by putting the -1/-1 counter on it with Yagmoth. So basically, like, sack Strangle Root, put it counter on Giralf's Messenger, remove the counter, back and forth, back and forth. I like this hand, but I don't think it beats... Oh! We have all of our Tron hate, but none of our lands to cast them. Literally 2 Damping Spheres, Acidic Slime's Assassin Trophy. That's like every card we could want against Tron. 2 cards to the bottom. I guess we're going Giralf's Messenger and... Oh, God. Yawgmoth? Alright. Lands and cards, go. Urzamine for our opponent. Oh, play Colony Garden. There's no Hapatra. I don't think Hapatra... Hey, what's up, Mindset Throw? How are you? I don't think that Hapatra is actually all that... I mean, it's a cool way to try to combo, but I don't think it's a super effective way. Compared to the double... I don't think it's necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it's necessary compared to the double Undying creature combo. Opponent plays an island and passes. Now play a forest. Go to combat. Go attacking. We're on the tempo win. Hit our opponent. Down to 16. Play Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. guess we got to do this. Kill a Tron land, just in case. Just in case. Don't want to get Tron. Hey Seth, I got a Yagmoth Panharmonicon. Do you have a shipping address? Ooh, or a Yarok Panharmonicon? I do. I think there's a command for it. Ah, there it is. Yes, if you would like it, signed or whatever, just send it to me. Opponent. Wow, they hit the tower too. Good thing we did that. Play the swamp. Go to combat. Go attacking. Hit our opponent. Down to 14. Play Kitchen Fangs. Well, now we're mostly hoping they don't draw it. If they do, they're probably going to get us. If they don't, our Assassin's Trophy from the sideboard was helpful, though. It's keeping us... Oh, it's a Thirst. All right, that makes it more likely that we're dead. What are we evolving into Eldritch Magics in this deck? We're mostly trying to set up... most commonly, we're getting Yawgmoth. But we also get undying creatures with it for the combo if we have Yawgmoth. Plus, we have some Silver Bullet what-ofs, an Acidic Slime, a Shriekmaw, some sideboard cards, Thragtusk to gain life. But mostly, number 1, Yawgmoth, number 2, undying creatures, and then the Silver Bullets when they happen to be helpful. Okay, transmutes Teleria West for Tron. Well, maybe we can just combo here and win. Opponent has Tron. Wow, so close. So 1, 2, all right. Is there? Oh man. Okay, go to combat. Let's see if we can pull this off. Go to combat, attack. Hit our opponent. This is going to be interesting. Tanos with a gift sub to Mind Stab Throw. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Down to 9. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Play Blood Artist. Play... Is it enough damage is the question. Eldritch Evolution. Sack Kitchen Fangs. Drain our opponent. Kitchen Finks returns. Well, we're going for it. Get a Yagmoth. Sack Stranglerootgeist. Returns. Drain our opponent. 7. Can we go far enough? Can we go far enough? Comes back. Geralf's Messenger. Counter on Stranglerootgeist. Sack Plant. Drain our opponent. Sack Stranglerootgeist. Oh, I think we did it. I think this is enough. Drain our opponent. Unless our opponent has like Surprise Graveyard Hate or something that they aren't casting yet. Come on. No slow rolls. No slow rolls. Tell us you're dead. Tell us you're dead. We got the GGs. Taking down Tron. And, well, we played a game to see how our changes worked. And in all honesty, it was our changes. And I'm back to autos. It was our Assassin's Trophy that bought us 1 turn and won us that game. So it's always tough with like a 1 game sample size. But I think our changes worked. So... They actually had an impact on that game, if you really look at how it played out. So I like those changes. I think that's the plan. And now we get to play some super fun Mo Mir with Tanos. Tanos, our record-setting gift subber. And also GP Vegas drafter. Gorham Nerd, welcome to the Fishbowl. Man, I love beating Tron. I hate losing to Tron, and don't really like playing against Tron, but the once in a while when you beat Tron, oh boy. That is the best when it actually happens. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this deck. I think it's actually pretty competitive. Ooh, Gatekeeper of Malakir. All right. It's just a 2-2 in Mo Mir. Hey, see you, Shiverbane. We will be back, I believe, Monday. The Monday afternoon Euro stream time should be returning this week, since spoiler season is finally wrapping up. So we should be back Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week, as far as I know. Mega 3-drop. And, well, it's always nice to go out with some Mo Mir, especially since next week it's going to be all... Oh, boy. Merfolk Wayfinder. What a weird card. Merfolk Wayfinder. It's a merfolk. It has flying. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put all islands in your hand, the rest on the bottom in any order. Not the most common of merfolks. Maybe it could be good in like Mono Blue Commander, though. Or something. Mono Blue Panharmonicon Commander. That's the nice thing about Mo Mir is ghosting. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, we drew 0. Ooh. Oh, that improves our Merfolk Wayfinder. It's also a 0-5. Okay. Things are gonna get interesting now that Doran's in play. I think we keep our flyer now that it's actually hitting for 2. Well, that makes Merfolk Wayfinder a little better. Alright, let's make a 4. See what we hit. Oh, Doran. Doran is pretty big. Man, I wonder if Doran will ever be good in Modern. It's been a while. Ugh. That's like an anti-Doran card. Lurking Rotbeast is the exact opposite of what you want when you have a Doran. Because now it's hitting for 2 power. Pass the turn. So I have 4 Pauper decks of varying levels of good-bad. Is it bad that I want to make some kind of land destruction deck now? I really like land destruction in Pauper Mindstab Thrill. Honestly, I've played it a few different builds of it, and ooh, at least that's gonna go away. And it's always been pretty good. So I don't think it's bad at all. I think Pauper is a good format for land destruction. I'm trying to think. We played mono black and mono green, I think, and maybe some sort of like Dimir-ish build over the course of time in Pauper. Well, that's a rough trade, but I think it's worth it. This Doran's probably not going away, so... Well, let's make a 5. Hopefully a 5 with high toughness. Give us like a woolly razorback or something. Something with a big butt. Ugh. Well, I mean, I guess that's big anyway. Each creature you control, power 4 or greater, can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Alright, Challenger Troll, sure. Well, Wild, whatever. Leo 2 goes away. Exiled for a excited for pre-release tomorrow. Will we ever see you on a pre-release? Pre-release is awesome, and it's definitely a possibility. It would be sweet to do at some point. It's just a long haul. Countries away. Belsham Griffin. Alright. Now I can shut down our Wayfinder. Alright, we're going to take it. I think we're okay with the Doran at the moment. So we'll take 5. The Doran's hell. Yeah, I think that's fine. Hits us. Down 2. Yeah, I can block Doran. I don't think we want to yet, though. Oh, is Jamie doing this one? That'll be sweet. Yeah, pre-release is a really cool event. Really sweet decision to add. When it enters the battlefield... Ugh. Alright, well, keep attacking. Hit our opponent. I guess eventually we're going to have to probably kill the Doran. I can imagine it now, Seth. My blue was pretty terrible, but I opened like 7 divinations, so I better run them. That sounds like me. I do enjoy drawing cards. Is there one card you wish never existed? Ooh. I mean, personally, it's probably something stupid like Eldrazi Temple, or a Tron Land. I think those are the cards that I complain about most. From a more like realistic sense, there's obvious like mistake cards like I was gonna say Skull Clamp, but Skull Clamp actually is kind of sweet in Commander. Yeah. Do we gotta trade now? What if we keep not trading? What happens? We take 5, 6, 7. And then we attack back for 12. Alright. I guess the time has come. The time has come to trade with the Doran. Well, Doran did a lot of work. That's for sure. Humility, Mental Misstep. Those are good. Those are good options. Banned in standard stuff. Although a lot of those cards are okay in older formats, even though they had to be banned in standard. What else would be on the list? There's definitely just weird cards from the old days of Magic, like the early years. Ooh, Angler Turtle. Alright, get in with a flyer, and now we can start eating creatures. I guess we should have attacked with Troll too, shouldn't we? Well, alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, but we should have. Well, at least Hogak is. Oh yeah, Hogak. That's an easy and recent one. That's a card that I wish didn't exist. I kind of like Winter Orb. I like Stasis 2 and Blood Moon. I have my Pauper Mono Blue mill deck with 8 milling counter spells, and I'm running Secrets of the Golden City over Divination because of the possible upside and no colorless lands. Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you're mono blue, you might as well. It is possible upside if you get 10 lands on the battlefield or whatever in your mono blue mill deck. That is an upside. Fell Shepherd. Alright, let's kill this. Rampage is really weird. Kind of cool art, though. Only matters if there's multiple creatures blocking it. Spikes Cafe! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our re-subscriber. Love the content. Really like the hard mode against the odds we had today. Once in a while, I think it's good to have a hard mode. Sometimes you just got to try to world purge out a Baron Glory win. If you do it too much, then I think it becomes worse, becomes kind of boring and annoying. But I think once in a while, hard mode is good. Do you think that Angler Turtle has a place in EDH? Maybe in a specific deck where you really, like, maybe you're getting your opponents to attack you and then making that detrimental somehow. Kind of like Thanos does. Ooh, Magmatic Force. The spider thing from last year's Commander set. I don't think you would just play it fairly, but I think if you are built around it, then I think it potentially does. Alright, so how do we do this? I guess we attack. Oh, let's just kill this. Take our beats. Go to 1 and then try to win on the backswing. Insane Header! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Oh no. Oh, does... Go face. Go face. Go face, Thanos. Don't kill this. I think if our Wayfinder dies, maybe we win anyway. Yeah, I guess we're gonna. No, yeah. So I think Thanos has to kill our Wayfinder here. Do you have a Card Kingdom code since you're sponsored? Not currently, although that could possibly be a thing in the future. It definitely is kind of fun to make your opponent attack. Seth, can you explain in more detail what is going on in your mind that led you to keep the 7-card hand last match? Oh, man. Good choice, Donos. I don't actually remember... What was the 7-card hand last match? So we have to... Huh... Yeah, I think now we lose unless we hit something. Huh. Alright, I guess it doesn't matter. Sack that. We need like a hasty 8-drop, I think. Like... Alright. Alright. a close one. On to game two. On to game two. That was super close. We just came up just short. Gold creatures could be good too. Oh, the 7-card hand in against the odds. Oh man, that's even harder. I would have to pull up the video and look at it. I don't remember what my 7-card hand was in the last game of Against the Odds. I'm sure it was probably bad. I have been known to occasionally keep hands that are not the best. The Magmatic Force was the problem. It's just 3 damage each upkeep. So technically, Thanos didn't even need to attack. Could have just 3'd us on his upkeep, 3'd us on our upkeep. So that was the issue. We could have survived the creatures, but not the activated ability or triggered ability. I'm so glad Mo Mir is going ahead. It was sad to see it. No one available to play the other week. Yes, me too. Mo Mir is definitely fun. It is a fun way to wrap up a stream. Where else do you get to see Orcish Librarian? Look at the art on that card. It's not a joke card. It's not from an unset. That was just a real thing. That was a real thing and a real Magic card. Look at the top 8. Look at this ability too. Look at the top 8 cards of your library. Exile 4 at random. Put the rest on top in any order. It's like a really bad repeatable index that also exiles half of the cards. Library based. Old Magic cards are the best. That is one of the biggest reasons that I really love Mo Mir, is just where else do you see these cards? You never will. You never will. That'd be fun, Zach. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, it's not the ramp one. All right, get in. 4-1. There is one of these cycle ramps, I think. Orcish Librarian too strong. Librarian Tribal. I wonder if it's possible. Do we have enough librarians in Magic to build Librarian Tribal? Nightscape Battle Mage. Actually a really good card. Not good in Mo Mir because you can't kick it, but I think that the Battle Mages, people should keep in mind more for Commander. I think it's actually a pretty strong cycle that doesn't get taken advantage of enough. Like, the abilities on these are actually pretty legit, and like, sure, they're expensive, but it gives you nice flexibility. Like, 9 mana, bounce 2 creatures, destroy a land, get a 2/2. Eh. If you have a Panharmonicon, then you really got a stew cooking. Opponent. It is a zombie wizard, so 2 relevant creature types. I mean, it is expensive. I'm not saying it's like crazy or a staple, but I think they're closer to playable than people might think. And in the right deck, where you can kind of take advantage of tribal synergies or like Panharmonicons, I think they could actually be good. Well, Battleground Geist. Got a way to deal with this Aven Initiate. Opponent. You see a lot of weird cards with random abilities in Mo Mir. Yeah, for me, that's a big appeal of the format. Just finding cards I'd forgotten about, or sometimes that I didn't even know about. Aven Soulgazer. Not the most... I mean, I guess that's kind of a cool ability. Not super useful, but look at target face-down creature. I'm going to have to... Next time, Tomer loves morphs. It's like one of Tomer's favorite archetypes in Commander. So I think next time I hear that Tomer's going to play morphs, I'm probably going to try to play Aven Soulgazer just for... just for the memes, just to be able to peek at his face down creatures, because it would be so funny. Tomer would be he would be so mad. It ruins the whole point of morphs if you could peek at him. Ooh, Aloro I like, although I just discarded my planes, which is a little bit worse. I'll go to combat. Get in with the God Tracker of Jund. Did you ever build a deck after seeing a card in Mo Mir? I'm pretty sure that I have in the past. I've definitely, like, thought about it. I really think that there was like an against odds in the past that was influenced by a card we saw in Mo Mir. But this was a while ago, and I don't remember specifically what it was. Esper Mo Mir, you sound like Krim there, Mitch Mosh. Feral Phallid. That thing's creepy. If I saw that coming at me through the mist, at the beginning of upkeep, put a spore counter on it, remove 3 spore counters, regenerate it. I always, Verimit, we will always disagree. Maybe I'm just setting my Mo Mir raise and I'm wrong. I'm going to have to, I know in the past it was correct, but this was like Mo Mir knowledge from 10 years ago, and I haven't researched the format much lately. Maybe it's changed. Maybe it's changed to the point they don't print Landwalk anymore, so the number of Landwalkers has been very diluted. Maybe you're right. Maybe at this point you should just be playing the 5-color plan. Like, that might actually be true now. It might have changed. There's a 1-mana artifact that lets you look at face-down cards, so it can go in any deck. I'm gonna have to do that. Next time I know someone's morphing, I'm just gonna do the peek at all their cards plan. Maybe not even play a win condition. just peek at their morphs until they kill me. Oh, that sounds really fun. Oh, no, you're good, Justice for Dak. Thanks for swinging by, though. Next week, we should have 3 streams, so ample time to catch up on streaming. And we'll have some Throne of Eldraine starting. Maybe do you like the, like, pre-release sealed stream? Oh, Sakura Endbringer is so good in Mo Mir. Also, look at that art. Are those are some serious fangs. You don't usually see that pronounced to fangs in Magic Vampires anymore, but Suku Endbringer got the fangs going for sure. Huh. Alright. Well, let's see if we can hit a Hoverguard Sweepers. So do you like the pre-release sealed stream? That's what I was wondering. We're definitely doing the Wizards gives everyone accounts early. We get to play early stream. We're doing that one for sure. But do you think, Thursday, should we do a pre-release sealed or just play a constructed deck? Yeah, that is. Look at the creep level of Thanos' deck. Feral Phallid is really creepy. Endbringer, that's really creepy. Everything about that is creepy. Aven Soulgazer, I guess it's kind of creepy. It can gaze into your soul, but not nearly on the level of the other threats. Our board, on the other hand, not really that creepy. We got a spider, I guess, if you're scared of spiders. Our board is more goofy. This Orcish Librarian, gonna be the first creature that we got and the last creature on our side of the battlefield, I think. It's just gonna stick around until we die to our board getting exiled. We gotta try to get a damage, because this thing is... this thing, the way that we can beat it is getting enough damage that eventually Thanos has to sacrifice it, I think. Because it does take 3 damage, but it also just taps to exile any creature. Hey, what's up, Big Nips and Magic Tips? How are you today? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to, just to see what happens. That might be my out. It's probably bugged. And plus, we're drawing cards now, so it doesn't really hurt us. 8-drop. Palladium Morse. Ooh. And the lands to make it work. Alright. The original Elder Dragons. I think we're going to activate the Orcish Librarian, because I've never done it before. So we draw a card. We lose a life. First, we will make a drop. We'll leave up a red mana. Discard a card. Make an 8-drop. Oh, Naya Soul Beast. Haha. Okay. Look at the top 8 cards. Well, 4 of them randomly exiled. And then I guess we actually do kind of want to draw planes next. So I guess there's actually some upside there. Not a lot of upside, but we do kind of want the planes. All right, Orcish Librarian. Maybe it's actually just busted. We got a planes out of the deal. Got him. And ISL Beast, not good. One of the 8 drops that dies. I keep trying to convince him to add Scornful Egotist to Arena Mo Mir, but no takers yet, apparently. That's the other part that people got to understand about Mo Mir. As people start to learn about Mo Mir on Arena, it's not about good cards. Mo Mir's more about bad cards than good cards. Like, that's the heart of Mo Mir. Like, when you get the Scornful Egotist, that's what makes it fun. Because if you're always getting, like, a good 8-drop, the format's much less exciting. Part of the reason the good 8-drops feel good is because you know you just dodged a Scornful Egotist. Like, that's why your whatever, Palladium Ores, that's not even a great 8-drop, but you know you dodged the Egotist bullet and actually got a playable creature, like an Avacyn or something. So, I feel like, yeah, they need to add that. Oh, how do we get out of this? I feel like we're a little locked. Sakura Endbringer is just so good. We need Hoverguard Sweepers or Bounce Kraken. Either is acceptable. Symbiotic Worm. Oh, we can't even attack. I guess we should have left up red mana to activate Librarian. Oh, are we literally dead? I guess we're not literally dead, but oh, are we? No. All right, not literally dead, but we're getting close. We're getting very close. The Endbringer is going away, but we're dropping to... Yeah, I think the Endbringer is going to kill us before we can... before it kills Thanos. Not really anymore. We kind of needed it for the dragon, but now it's stonewalled, so... That was the reason we kind of wanted it. And a 6-drop? Ugh. Well played, Thanos. You've played this game very well, I think. 6-drop. Ugh. Another huge flyer. You've also hit a lot of really big flyers. Alright. Yup. Okay. So, we need... Oh, is there anything we can hit? What possibilities are there? Endbringer exiles everything. Well, I guess we chump. I don't think we're winning. This goes away in one more turn. We gotta hit Bounce Kraken. And then we got a chance. Upkeep. Boom. Librarian. Look at the cards, Moto says. Let's get a Lucky Island. Maybe that'll change things. Player Lucky Island. Make an 8. An island for our Bounce Kraken. That'll make it come. Come on. Come on, Bounce Kraken. Ugh. Zatalpa. Not hasty. Oh, I think you got us, Thanos. You definitely got us. Good game, good game. Yeah, we needed Kendrick Leviathan, the Bounce Kraken. That was our one way to survive. Symbiotic Worm symbiotically throws itself in front of the Soul Gazer. Well, at least our Orcish Librarian survived. That's the most important thing. Endbringer, yeah. And that is a frightening board of big things. More than enough damage to kill us, and the league went well. We went 3-2, and then we won another extra game. The deck felt very good and very competitive. Needed a touch more removal, I think. There was like no removal, and we lost to Vizier Druid because of it. But it felt really good. I think it actually has a chance to be a pretty legit deck. Like, it felt very solid. I was impressed. We got a turn 3 kill, which turn 4 is kind of more common, but are you not killing me, Thanos? Thanos doesn't want the game to end. All right. Well, let's make a 10 drop. Oh, Spawn Slayer is sweet, but pass the turn. Yeah, I think Thanos loses to. Oh, Thanos. Tricky. Weren't we dead if you just attacked though? They're just gonna. Oh, Thanos. Okay. Down to 1. Yup. Oh, you're trying to get rid of the librarian? Well, the librarian's not going away. I can tell you that. You know what? Actually, librarian is going to be part of the team that kills you. Well, now we get one more game, Thanos. Librarian beatdowns. Yeah, had to get rid of it or else it would have killed him because you got to take 3. Well, all right. Librarian with the win, keeping us in it, forcing a game 3. All right. We just need more librarians apparently. That is the solution to all of our problems. All right, who gets the first librarian? That's the big question in this epic Mo Mir battle. Oh, Jim Davis with the raid. Thank you, Jim. You came in. You came in right at the end where we were playing Mo Mir, but welcome, 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 and I very much appreciate the raid. Hello, Jim Davis. Hope your stream went well, and everyone else. Hope you are Mo Mir fans. So we have kind of a tradition on our stream. After we finish up our league, if we still got a little bit of time left, we usually try to do a viewer battle of Mo Mir if we happen to be playing Magic Online. So that's what you've stumbled into. If you're not familiar with Mo Mir, it's a pretty random, pretty wild format. You start at 24 life. Your deck is all basic lands, and then you have this Mo Mir avatar, which increases your starting life total by 4, and you can pay X, discard a card, and you make a token that's a copy of a random creature of that Cavanama cause. So Thanos, our opponent, is paying 2, going to discard a land, and they will get a random 2-drop from Magic's history. In this case, it is a Burning Fist Minotaur. Not the most exciting, but it's still sweet. It's still sweet. How's your day, Jim? Ooh, Battle of the Bands tomorrow. What time is that on? I was actually hoping to tune in and catch a bit of it because it sounded really cool. You're playing it's you and Ali, right? Are doing the Battle of the Bands. 11 Eastern. All right. Yeah, I will try to. I have some meetings like over lunch, but I will try to catch some of it because it sounds like a really cool event. And if you're looking for something to stream tomorrow, it's not the weekend, so there's no like SCG yet. I won't be on. Definitely check out Jim Davis and Eli Eldrazi and Trazi. So what is the idea of that? Like you each got to ban. I saw the list of the ban cards, but I didn't read it close enough. How many cards did each of you get to ban? It sounds like a really good way to, especially why everyone's waiting for Throne of Eldraine. It's just like a weird time in the streaming schedule. My chat bans 10 from him. Okay, it was 10. All right, I saw the list of cards. That makes sense. Hopefully, you banned a lot of ramp cards. Starting with like Golos, Field of the Dead. Those would be at the top of my elite ban list. Anything that like tutors for 2 lands, anything that Gift of Paradise maybe, just anything that ramps, and then unplayable like 6+ drops. It sounds counterintuitive, but if you want to hurt Ali, I think those are the cards you go for. The cards that no one else would play anyway, but Ali just like wins tournaments with somehow. All right, get in with our Dusk Imp. What do you think of the surreal art of Hushbringer? I don't know what to make of the art of Hushbringer, honestly. I don't think we've seen anything. Do you have to skip? Yeah, I guess we got to skip a drop. I don't think we've seen anything like it before, honestly. I think it looks kind of cool. I don't know what I think about it being on a Magic card. It's definitely different. I don't know. I'm still soaking it in. I've seen mixed reactions. Some people really like it. Other people really hate it. I haven't seen any like middle ground reactions for the most part. So I'm still trying to figure it out. Ooh. Enters the battlefield, you lose 4 life. Sack 2 lands, destroy a land. That's asking a lot. Yeah, let's just do this now. We're going to use our mana the rest of the game, so we might as well, since we had to skip a drop anyway, we might as well get some value out of that Legionnaire. Vampiric Spirit. Alright. Hushbringer, yeah, Hushbringer is going to be good. Definitely a strong card. Being able to shut down Risen Reef is huge. It makes most of the decks I like playing sad, which is a little bit disappointing. Ooh, Spike Colony. Alright. It's a 4/4 for 5. Spikes, I wonder if they'll ever kind of return to Modern as a tribe. We have a few, but it's been a long time since we've had Spikes. Spike Tribal could be cool. I think the card art that people have strong feelings about either way is good. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. People are talking about it and thinking about it. Quicksilver Elemental. Gains all activated abilities of target creature until end of turn. You can spend blue mana, although is mana of any color, to pay for those abilities. This could be a good against odds card. That could be kind of sweet. Probably a cool commander card when you have 4 people to steal abilities from. Yep, Vampiric Spirit with the beatdowns. Can steal the sack 2 lands, destroy a land ability. Got us. I guess I can steal the Spike Colony ability. Well, let's make a 6-drop. See what we hit. It is. Ooh. Ooh, Neferax, Overlord of Grix. That's actually a good one. Or Grixis. When it attacks alone, defending player sacks a creature and has Exalted. I don't remember this doing much in Standard, but I think people were excited for it when it came out. I think that Hushbringer art is awesome. It's very different and feels in flavor for the surreal style of Eldraine. I think that makes sense. I mean, the art definitely doesn't bother me. I still haven't figured out if I like it or not, but I think that's a good argument. Eldraine probably is the right plane for some surreal art like that. Yo, what's up, Casey? How are you? The photoshopped in mouth give me punk album vibes. Yeah, I get. What is it with you and Moonveil Dragons, Thanos? Seriously, come on now. Every game, the Moonveil Dragon. Well, it feels like it's actually pretty good. Alright, go to combat. Attack. Sacrifice a creature. Exalted. Yep. Get rid of the land destruction thing. Old Growth Dryads is the best of Mo Mir. That's a good reason to never make a 1-drop. Hitting that's pretty bad. Alright. Takes it? I was thinking we might have to do some spike colonying. Counter moving, but I think we're good. No phage. One time. Ugh. Kraken of the Straits. Creatures with power less than the number of islands you control can't block Kraken of the Straits. Well, we control 0 islands, so that doesn't do much of anything. How to break Orcish Librarian. Stack your library, cast Miss Hollow-Griffin, win. Ooh, so there are some synergies. There are some Orcish. I would put Orcish Librarian on the against the odds poll just because it's such a weird meme-ish card. But I don't think the deck would be entertaining. I think it'd be one of those cards that like people would vote for because it sounds funny. I would probably vote for it if I was voting because it just looks funny, it sounds funny, but when you actually consider it on the battlefield in a game of Magic, it just doesn't do enough to actually make a entertaining deck, I don't think. Like, that's, like, what would the actual video look like? Like, it's a cool card to vote for, but I don't think it would lead to an enjoyable video to watch, really. No, block you, block you. Oh, man. Now I'm going to have to do it. Everyone's saying do it. Maybe we're going to have to do Orcish Librarian against odds poll. Pumpage. This pumps for 1 mana? Huh. That's a lot scarier than I thought. Good God. Okay. Yeah. You got us. Boy, that is a frightening dragon. And we're kind of right on the edge of dying again. Actually, no, we're right on the edge of winning if there's no flyer. It's not a flyer. Spike Colony! I think Spike Colony gets to take it down. Yes! Oh, I think that works. We get to 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Counter to you. Counter to you. Oh, good game, Tanos. That was a wild game. And we got to see Orcish Librarian. Thank you so much for the match. Good games. Good games. Good games. And good Lord, on that note, that was our Mo Mir. We started off, and for our league, we played this really sweet Yagmoth Chord deck. Highly recommended. Slight changes, a little bit of interaction should be added, but felt really good and really competitive. And I believe that that brings us to the end for tonight. But if you suddenly win, will you have Undying? So let's see. Reminders on the way out the door. Of course, replay YouTube. That's where you'd find all the old stuff. Normal YouTube, tons of content coming up. There is Single Scoops tonight. There is Commander Clash Season 7 returning tomorrow. There is Much Brew in Modern on Monday. And then, next week, of course, we will be kicking off Throne of Eldraine streams, I believe, on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, with Tuesday being the preview stream. Tons of sweet stuff, so keep an eye out for that. One more reminder, our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you need some Throne of Eldraine cards, you can snake them over there, even get a Saffron Olive sticker if you're so inclined. So thank you so much to them for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. You all are amazing. Thanks for hanging out for some Yagmoth and Modern, for some Mo Mir, for everyone that was just modding or donating or just hanging out and having a good time. So have a wonderful weekend. If you're playing Magic, if you're not playing Magic, I don't care. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it, live life, love life, have a good time. And yeah, we'll be back with Monday, on Monday with some more streams. So until then, have a great weekend. I love y'all. You are awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.